We are live! Welcome you all to the round number 20 of LBFF Season 7. I am Marcelo Ferrantini, your pilot for the night, your commander for the night, and we'll bring you guys the 6 maps of this round number 20 around here. And you're seeing that I'm cited by someone who's not easy here today. However, if you're Team Acerola, throw up the hashtag on the chat because Ace is by my side here today. How you doing, Ace?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. So let's go see which team will be the best one for today because I'm very excited about it. The groups A versus Group C. Yeah, so I think that...
Nice confrontation.
Yes, it's a very nice confrontation. I think that Magic Squad will have a really nice day, and I'm actually very excited to see the teams that need to go up in the chart because they are not having a really good time, Marcelo.
The aggressiveness from Magic Squad really works well against the passiveness of Group A, right?
Yes, it does. It really works very well. And also, I want to see how Corinthians will perform today because it's a team that is increasing themselves, and I really want to see if they're going to bring to this broadcast a new tactic or they're going to maintain to keep doing the strategic ways they are doing right now.
And of course, we know that Corinthians has 2 IGLs, 2 captains on their squad, Zenak and Memgat, and both of them are on the starting lineup here today. So this could change a lot in the way that Corinthians is rotating, because we were talking before the broadcast. Last season, Corinthians had a perfect rotation for this metagame, this current metagame, and this season they are not using this rotation. If you guys want to join us in this conversation, follow us at FF Esports, follow me at Marcelo Ferrantini, follow Ace at AceloraFF, and we gotta check the standings because there are a lot of discussions that we have to bring here today.
Yes.
One of them about before, can they go over Magic Squad here today since it's their last day here in the week?
It's not impossible. It's they really have a chance. However, we see that Magic Squad has a lot of points ahead. They have 14 booyahs, which is very good for them, of course. They are a very aggressive team, so we have to see if before are going to be as aggressive as Magic Squad.
I'm gonna ask our crew to leave the standings here on the screen because we're gonna go team by team.
Okay, yeah.
Team Liquid is on their last day here today as well, and they've reached 4th place after starting at the 10th position yesterday.
Yeah.
Had an amazing day, 89 points for them. MTS was the MVP yesterday. So what an increase by this Team Liquid yesterday.
It's a Team Liquid is a team that is very, very strong. They were having some problems, of course. They started having problems with the new metagaming. So now they are trying to increase their games, and it's working for now. And as we have seen on Friday, I have seen that Phoenix were spoken with us on the Twitter, and he said that he's happy with his team. They're trying some new things, so that's what happened with them with the problems to increase their games. But now I think they are connecting.
Then we are gonna go for Vivocade, Cruzeiro, and Corinthians.
Yeah.
3 teams that kind of lost the edge. Vivocade fought for the top of the standings, and now they fell to the 6th position, coming from 2 awful rounds, including the worst round in their history.
That's very concerning. That's actually not a big concern because we have seen that Vivocade has started some splits of the LBFF with some problems, and then in the end of it they were like very good. They were like with incredible performance. So I think they could surprise us. However, Cruzeiro is a form team right now, and they started very well, but now they are not increasing their game. They are like
they stabilized.
Yes, they stabilize themselves. So I think they're having some problems with their rotations. While they're trying to rotate in the map, they always have a confrontation with another team. So I think they have to think about their strategic ways. And then we have Corinthians, which is a very strong team. However, they are not connecting their games. So now we have seen that the new meta is a very aggressive one. So we need that the teams, they put more aggressiveness in their plays, so they can
The no
go
safe
up.
zone metagaming
Yes,
forces aggressiveness.
yes, exactly.
And that's something that happened as well to metagaming us. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay.
But the same factor that we had from Vivocate, from Corinthians, we're seeing from metagaming as well. They also fought for the top, and now they are fighting to be inside of the top 12, to be in the finals.
Exactly, and that's very concerned for them because they started very well, and we have been talking about it. They have Altman, which is a former coach of some teams. Yes, Furia, and others in the Free Fire history. And then we have Nitrox, which is a team that has like good players. However, they're not connecting their play. So we see that the new metagaming is actually very, very. It's the main problem for the teams today. Yes.
And talking about the last block of the table, Nitrox yesterday for the first time took Tropa from the 13th position, brought Tropa to the Access Group Zone, since the 13th position squad will not go to the finals but will not have risk of relegation.
Yeah.
It was the first time that the 13th spot was brought into the fight. Nitrox got it, but Tropa still has 2 days to play. It's obvious that they have the advantage to go over Nitrox. However, we've seen Liberty have better days, and they've started fighting to try to leave the relegation zone. And we've seen Tropa have awful days, 0-0 Nation awful days, Netshoes Miners since the beginning of the season with some awful days. So in my view right now, there are 2 teams that are fighting the most to leave the relegation zone, Real and Liberty. Those are the 2 teams that are really trying to go over and leave the relegation zone. Why is Tropa so passive right now and watching their advantage go away from their hands?
Well, I think it's because of the way they're playing right now. They're not inputting aggressiveness in their game, and also they have some new players. They had some changes in the team, and they are not connecting their play. So that's the main thing. We have Mandela, which is a very strong player. We have Moreira, which is also a very strong player. However, they are not connecting.
That fought for the MVP last season.
Killet is a very, very strong player. He's a great grenade, but they are not connecting their play. So that's the main problem. They're not being aggressiveness. They're not bringing aggressiveness to the game. And also in the most plays that we see, they are always in a confrontation with like a third team. They're trying to confront.
They're always sandwiched.
Yes, that's the word.
And since we've went from the top down on the table discussing every team that will be here playing today, we have to talk about before.
Yes.
We have to talk about the team that has been the most consistent for the past 2 seasons. They've won season 6, being aggressive and consistent, getting records, getting a huge amount of points, and this season they're doing it again.
Exactly. It's a very they're like a selective of a team. They're like very, very, very strong team. They have a very smart coach, and of course he's doing a very good job, which is Machado, the former coach of before, and also he was the coach of before on the last split, which they were the winners, the champions of LBFF 6. So that's the main thing. He knows how to input the strategics to the metas that Free Fire inputs to the players. So that's very good, because all the players and the teams has to improve themselves, has the Free Fire improve also.
And Of course, since we're talking about consistency, before the changes on the meta game, before the changes on the safe zone, on the gas, and all the stuff, and also after that, we gotta check out how Before is doing it so consistently.
B4, equipe campeã da Liga Brasileira de Free Fire 6. Parabéns!
Sabe aquela vontadezinha gostosa de repetir a dose?
Você pode reformular a pergunta?
Beleza, fera. Diz aí então, qual que é o time a ser batido na LBFF 7?
Essa aqui é nossa!
É atual campeão, então até acabar o troféu ainda tá aqui com a gente, então o time a ser batido é a gente mesmo.
A confiança tá exalando, né, parça? É que a campanha da B4 na LBFF 7 lembra a mesa de maquiagem da Camilota. Cheia de brilho.
Vai ter bandeirão!
Será?
Vai ter bandeirão! Vai, Lobato! Coisa linda de se ver!
Segredo número 1. Regularidade. A média de pontuação da B4 é de dar inveja, tropa. 61 pontos por rodada e mesmo quando vacila forte, a B4 pontua bem. Na pior rodada do time, a quarta, a B4 carimbou 40 pontos. Tá bom demais, né?
A gente tá errando muito, mas mesmo assim a gente consegue buscar boas quedas durante a rodada. Sair como um dos maiores pontuadores do dia, sempre buscando um top lá pra cima. Então isso tem sido muito importante pra gente ter conseguido alcançar o top 2 hoje.
E não tem esse papinho de zona de conforto não. A pontuação é bem equilibrada nos 3 mapas. Conta pra gente, mestre, qual é a mágica?
A gente estuda muito detalhe por detalhe na questão de mapa para mapa. Também vem a questão do individual aqui do nosso time, né? Posicionamentos que a gente costuma buscar, maneiras que a gente busca de jogar, meta de ponto de queda por queda. Então, com certeza muda de mapa para mapa.
Segredo número 2. Agressividade.
E olha quem tá matando, Iago, colocou mais um no chão, Iago do céu!
Em 2004, o homem lá de cima mandou o Iago pra terra e disse: desce e arrebenta.
O Noda tomou um salve, o Iago tá insuportável. Tira a sniper da mão do Iago, ele não tá deixando ninguém jogar, Joker.
Candidato forte na correria pelo MVP.
Eu acho que eu tô evoluindo bastante, tipo, como pessoa, como profissional, por conta, tipo, de sempre tá vindo um constante nas LBFF. Se Deus quiser, eu vou manter isso e é nóis.
Fechou, Iago. Capricha na rosca direta e deixa esse bíceps trincado que a taça é pesada, meu irmão. A B4 vem insana na briga pelo bicampeonato.
And this Before squad is not only regular but strong. They have strong players. Iago is an excellent sniper. He's fighting for the top of the MVP list as a sniper. Not as a grenadier, not as a rusher, but as a sniper. This guy is doing it all. And it's funny because when we talk about LBFF and we think about who's the favorite to win the title, the name that comes to mind is Fluxo. The name that comes to mind is Corinthians, Team Liquid. And Before are the current champions. And they are doing it again.
They're doing it again. Yes, that's true. They, since last split, they are always with such regularity, and also they have a very, very smart tactics. So that's very important to input in the game, because yes, you have to have the bullets to go against the players, but also you have to be smart to bring new things, to think about the way you have to play, to think about how you're going to rotate in the map. So that's the main thing, that's the most important thing.
And of course, we have to shout out our guys here on the chat. Pedro Henrique saying Team Acelora, IPOFF saying Magic Squad, he's cheering for Magic Squad. FL4 Toxic always here with us. Love from Trinidad, shout outs to Trinidad and Tobago. Fabrício II also here saying Team Acelora. Yash saying he's from India. Amir Ahmed saying love from Philippines. Shout outs to the Philippines. Shout outs to everyone around here in the chat. We're going for a quick break just to set up a few things here, and we'll be right back to bring you guys the first map of the day. We're heading to Purgatory as soon as possible. We are back live to bring you guys all the emotions of the 6 maps here today of the round 20 of LBFF 7. Shoutouts to everyone on the chat. FL4 is asking where is Isa. Isa is now on today on the Portuguese broadcast, but I'm excited by the genius Acelora here by my side. She's been here twice in this season, 3 times this season actually, 2 times subbing in for me and 1 time for Isa, and today she's here as well to bring you guys all the insights on this 6 maps that we're having today. The 6 maps of the usual rotation, Purgatory, Kalahari, Bermuda, and then
we're going to
Purgatory, Kalahari, Bermuda once again.
Exactly.
So, of course, you guys will be here to join us in those trips, in those travels. But Ace, my expectations in Purgatory have been changing a lot throughout the season. It started with God Unidas. They had the starting dominance in this map, and then Magic Squad took the domination.
Yes.
And for the past few weeks, we've had it changed from before that had 3 straight Booyahs in Purgatory, and then we had Vasco taking a double Booyah in Purgatory. So, who is really dominating this map?
No one, actually, no one right now. As you said, God Unidas were really good in Purgatory. They were always starting with the Booyah in the first map of Purgatory. However, they are now not performing not very well. I mean, they're regular, but they're not increasing themselves very well. And then we have Kalahari, which is a very wide map. So the supports of the teams are going to be better, to perform better in this map. But I'm also excited to see how the teams are going to perform in the first map, because we know that Tropa really needs to improve themselves, and also we have Nitrox playing today, so it's going to be on fire, Marcelo.
It's going to be on fire, and if you guys want to join the discussion, tell us on the chat and tell us at FF Esports BR if you guys want to know something or want to join the discussion. And also, of course, tell us on the chat where you guys are from. It's really nice to know where are the guys that we are talking with. We will bring you guys to the broadcast. As Andressa says, she's from Indonesia, a Brazilian name, saying she's from Indonesia. Henry Gera cheering for Corinthians. Fabrício Segundo here saying Team Acelora. Simiane Rodrigues saying hi. Shout out to Simiane as well. Evo's return here saying hello. So tell us where you guys are from, because we know that the route from the airplane has to go through all these countries.
That's true. The route is going to go to all these countries, and soon we're going to have the first map of the day, and I'm excited to see how the teams that are not improving themselves on the last week are going to perform today. So stay together with us as we are going to B and C.
And the engines are already rolling. The doors are getting closed. Our board commissioner is giving you the instructions because we're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R20 D1 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your Captain Marcelo Fernandini, and by my side, my co-pilot Acelora invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop us.
So let's go, Marcelo. As we are seeing, it's going to be a very normal airplane route. Not a lot of changes. Now we see Nitrox going to Moot House, which is a very good call, and they're going to be able to get a lot of resources, and that's of course is very important. Also we see Tropa getting down. Not many. I think we're going to have early confrontations as I'm seeing right now. Yes, Brasilia. Brasilia is always very
disputed, very crowded.
Yes, very crowded. That's a word. But Brazil is always very crowded, and now we see Bob's very far away from the rest of his team, which is not very well to do. This kind of
drop being far
drop
away.
call far away. Yes.
But don't you think that this drop call has been used for the past few weeks as a way of scouting your rotation. I've seen Real do this a lot in the island of Central. They go for Fire Brigade and send a player to Central to scout if there is another squad over there. And it's been happening a lot in Kalahari. Some teams sending players far away from them because they know that they can bring them back.
Yes, that's true. With the new resource of Revival, the players are doing that. They're trying to get ahead of the map, see if there is another team there or not. However, if you're not careful, you're going to go back to the lobby very fast. And of course, you have your team that is going to give you the support and bring you back. However, the team is going to be expanding their supports of the coins, trying to bring always the player back, which he should use to get more grenades, to get more ice walls. So that's the thing. If you're going to bring the players back all the time, you're going to
be spending your resources.
Exactly.
And we have before going for a quick rotation, which we're not used to. This new meta game forces the teams to use the radio as soon as possible, right? Right, Asi? Because they got to know where the next safe zone is going to. We see Phone really far away from the Los Grandes squad right now, and getting to a spot where he could join a fight with Team Liquid. He might be spotted, but he saw Butt leaving the squad from Team Liquid as well, using the motorcycle, and he might now go for a one-on-one.
Yes, he's trying to get a vision of the players, however, but is really smart. He is already going to be near of his teammates, which is very important. I like the way Team Liquid plays, however, but he's going to have to be smart because Fonzin is really going ahead, really trying to get information from the team of Team Liquid. However, he's alone. So, yes, of course, if he gets in a confrontation, his teammates are going to be able to bring him back. But how we have been saying, they're going to expand their resources.
Fonzin playing like a teenager, leaving his family behind and going for a backpacking in Europe. Right now, going for his life-changing experiences, chasing the players from Team Liquid. We see Liberty now leaving the Fire Brigade, going for the river, and they might get into a good position right now because they settle themselves in the houses of the river. And since Quarry was an edge of a safe zone, we know that the eastern islands will be left outside of the safe zone. We see that Fire Brigade is inside of the safe zone. And we got to talk as well about Netshoes Miners that brought o Trem Bebê back in the starting lineup for today. And a few changes that maybe are some of the problems from Netshoes Miners right now. And we know that this team is having awful days. They are in the bottom of the standings. And it seemed to me that they didn't find the way to play with the new meta game for this season.
The problem of the team, the main problem of the team, of course they have a lot of them, but the main problem of the team... Oh!
Look at Fun opening fire on MTS. He has the VSS. He wants to fight from afar, forces MTS onto the tree, but now he's surrounded by the whole squad from Team Liberty. Let's see if Los Grandes will take someone there to support Fon as he tries now to go downhill. He knows that he bought a fight that he can't win, Asi.
He's trying to get at least 1 point, so he's going to go ahead of the players of Team Liquid. Of course, that's not very smart of him, because he's going to be wiped out. It's 4 players against 1, so let's see how he's going to perform right now.
Nice shot by Boss, now taking half of Fon's life. He uses the Skylar skill over there to open up some space, but Boot will put him down.
Yeah, that's what I said. He wouldn't be able to go against 4 players.
That's just brought back.
That's just not smart. That's just not smart of him. He just gave the Team Liquid 1 point.
And loot.
Yes, exactly.
He was mostly a loot carrier for the Team Liquid squad, and he went back to his teammates after he lost all the weapons that he conquered. Okay, it was a VSS, but he lost that VSS.
Yeah, but he needs to be smart. He likes to play with VSS. It's a very strong weapon. especially if it is with the X item. And however, he just didn't thought about how he could move and go back to his
He just
teammates.
went really far away.
Yes, really far away. I think he had some problems of connection because he was the last one to go to a drop call, and of course that could happen. However, you need to be smart when these kind of things happen. You need to think about how you're going to rotate without any team getting a view of you, so you can go back to your teammates and not give 1 point to other team, which is what he did.
He just lost weapons, ice walls, grenades, medkits. He just gave it away to Team Liquid.
Yeah, he just gave it as a present. Of course, Team Liquid thanks them, and they are in the 4th place right now, so that's really good for him. So yeah, he needs to think more about how he's going to move himself in the map with when this kind of thing happen. And now we see Nitrox, which is a team that really needs to increase themselves in our chart.
And we, despite having this action from Phone,
yeah,
not any more actions here in Purgatory. A really slow starting Purgatory map to open up this day. 8 minutes almost, and no kills in the map, no confrontations, no teams going at each other. Phoenix goes down on the hands of the safe zone, but no confrontations up until right now.
Yeah, exactly. We see that the teams are taking very seriously everything that is happening right now, because we know that LBFF is a very disputed championship, and that's what is happening. The teams are really trying to increase themselves. And now talking about Netshoes Miners, I mean, going back to talk about Netshoes Miners, they didn't thought how they could improve themselves and put more strategic ways, and that's the result of it.
They are going after Liberty, but Liberty has the upper hand, and tThe is on fire. He just puts Broilo to the floor and forces Rick to rotate back to try to save his teammate. We see Drizzy rotating, Hype helping tThe over there. The sniper is doing a great job here for this Liberty squad in the past few weeks, and Liberty is really strong in these weeks. And look at the damage once again, finding the shot on Rick, but Natividade, who's trying it all for this squad, putting the first player down with tThe, bringing Drizzy to the floor. The grenades are coming over, and Netshoes Miners might win this fight on the hands of Natividade and tThe. Ace!
Well, I'm very surprised, to be honest. Of course, it's a team that needs to increase themselves, and that's what they are trying to do. They are improving. They are trying to get more aggressiveness in their game, and that's really needed. Oh, and look at Pong. He just got a headshot.
Pong just lost the tip, but the tip of the bread, no one eats it.
Yeah, that's true. So now he's in the floor because of it.
Because of it. They just took the tip of the bread away from Pong. And now we have Magic Squad going after the players from Metagaming. Eric is trying to use the grenades, and Pong's kill will be stolen by Zenak. Corinthians getting closer to that fight, and now Magic Squad knows about it, and they have to take care, they have to be aware that Corinthians might join this fight as well as Los Grandes, forcing Metagaming away from that fight, but we see Juan going as fast as he can away and after the players from Metagaming. Kawe takes a lot of damage, but the ice comes up to cover the players from the squad. Rafaex now having to fight and putting the bullet on the head of Juan. The Baobao is singing for Rafaex as we see Gus trying to find the grenades onto the players, and he finds Kawe on the floor. Now Gus brings 2 players down for Metagaming, and they will have to fight 1v3 against Los Grandes. Magic Squad thought that it was over, and it was not. Iago will take the kill from Eric. He's really close to see us on the run for the MVP. Now Magic Squad is joining the fight against Los Grandes. Look at Drax! Look at Drax with the Charge Buster! 2 kills for Drax. He gets the double takedown, and there's only 1 player to fight for Los Grandes. It's Fawn. It's the running man from the start of the game. He puts Godkill to the floor. He will get the kill on Godkill, and Drax will get a triple kill on the hands of Drax. And this fight was really bad Forlos Grande is really bad for metagaming, and Magic Squad, the leaders, live on top of the fight, Asi.
So that was very smart of Magic Squad. They went to a rush, a very fast rush, and that's what is needed in this new metagaming. And now we see again another confrontation as we pass the 11 minutes of this match.
The current champions against the current runners-up. Number 1 versus number 2 in LBFF Season 6, now healing on the edge of the safe zone before is trying to defend against Vivocade. We see that God using the Charge Buster. He knows that he can deal a lot of damage with that weapon as well as Modestia. Now with the Mag 7, he is a dangerous player and he is trying to get to a better spot. General puts Chubinha to the floor with a nice grenade, and he will confirm the elimination. And Iago with the AWM, with a close shot with the AWM, putting down Modestia. We see that guy trying to break the ice to go over. 2 players down from before, and Iago will try to bring it back. Lobato gets the kill on that guy, and he will have to help his teammates. Now Vivocade loses 2 important players. Lobato is saving before, as Iago goes to the floor as well. What a bad fight by Vivocade. They wanted to go upstairs no matter what, and that cost a lot to the squad, and Lobato will get the kill with the scythe. Chinese tries to come over, and they will be eliminated. Chinese goes down, and Lobato goes down for the safe zone. What an awful fight by both of the teams. Netshoes Miners go down on the hands of MTS. 1 single grenade now taking 2 players out from Netshoes Miners. They go back to the lobby in the 7th position. We see Mandela now taking Drax back on the lobby. MTS is still trying to get the grenades out. Team Liquid with a good presentation here to start the day. 4 kills for them. They were the best team of the day yesterday. If they can double down as the best team of the day twice in the week, they can get to the fight for the top 3. Let's see if this story will develop for this squad. Magic Squad goes down on the hands of Tropa. Kiled gets the kill on Italo. It's important because Tropa had a few issues to start the day here today. They lost power on their gaming house. They had to go for another gaming house to try to play. They had their tire breaking on the road. They had a lot of trouble to get to play here today, and now they wipe out the leaders in the rankings. But MTS are saving Team Liquid, are making it all happen, Asi.
What a great performance of Team Liquid right now. We see that 2 players are using the Charge Buster, which is a very smart and strategic way that is inputted as Team Liquid is passing the days here in LBFF. Now they are the current lead killers of this match, and now we see Corinthians going against Cruzeiro.
They lost. They were taken down twice by players of Tropa, and now they are healing themselves. They are patching themselves up to go after Cruzeiro. Trap just went down. He was trampled by a vehicle. Let's see if Cruzeiro will be able to fight against Corinthians and Team Liquid that are also joining them in the battle. Vitinho XP finds the grenade on Bud. Memgado will put Menor to the floor, and Cruzeiro is in a real predicament right now. Azur will get Giga, Zenak will take boss, but also goes down on the hands of Vitinho XP. Liquid loses 2 important players, and Cruzeiro will go down in the 4th position. Azur will get MTS to the floor, and there's only Fenix. Fenix will go down, and Corinthians has an amazing run to try to get to the top of the standings. Kiled goes down with a single shot by Vitinho XP. He's an incredible player, and now he gives the Corinthians the advantage on the last fight of the match. Dropping the top 2 is really good to see those guys, despite all the problems, being able to fight against Corinthians. We see Zenak rotating. Zenak now playing with Memgad on the same squad, and Corinthians making it count with the double IGL formation. Probably one of them is not making the IGL function. We see that Kiled finds the shot with the grenade launcher. It opens up the space. Ispil gets the 3rd one. Now only Hazur to fight for Corinthians. He will go down, and it's a booyah, Tropa! What a great run by Tropa that had to deal with a lot of issues to start the day here. Now they get a booyah, and it always makes the effort make it worth. incredible start of the day here by tThe.
What a great performance. I'm very surprised because we know, as you said, tThe had some problems here in the start of the day. So now they are improving themselves. It's a team that really needs to increase and go up in our chart. And now we see the best moments right now, the highlights of the day of this first match. We saw the moment that Netshoes Miners went against Liberty, which is the team that is ahead of them right now in the chart. And we see also the moment that Los Grandes went against Metagaming and then had Magic Squad on their back. And this moment was crucial for Los Grandes because we had Juan, which was a player that had the Charge Buster. However, he had a hard time using the Charge Buster. It's a very hard weapon to be using, so you need to practice with the Charge Buster a lot. And then we saw Drax, which didn't had any problem with the Charge Buster, doing an incredible performance. So that's the difference. That was the main difference of this confrontation. And then we had the end, which Corinthians had a great performance. Had a great position in the map. They had the high ground, but tThe went against them with everything that they had, using the end game with the
grenade launcher.
Exactly, the grenade launcher by tThe. tThe is a player that is known as a great grenade and a great grenade launcher player. So that's what we saw. We saw a great performance as tThe, Marcelo.
And you can put that on the count of Killed. That grenade launcher shot, that double takedown, opened the path to tThe to get the booyah. And of course, it opened the gap for us to go for a quick break and bring you guys the next 5 maps and the standings after a quick break. We are back live to bring you guys the emotions of the second map of the day, but we gotta check the standings on what changed here after the first map. tThe getting closer to Nitrox, now 3 points behind Nitrox only. They're really getting close to leaving the relegation zone once again. Corinthians taking the spot from Cruzeiro, Ace.
Exactly, and also we see that Netshoes Miners didn't improve themselves here in this first match. Of course, they had a confrontation against Liberty, however, wasn't very efficient. And I want to highlight the before what they did in the first map. They were like prisoned themselves in the gas, and they forgot that the gas takes a lot of life. So I didn't understand why they did that, why they wanted to do this confrontation against Vivo Cage in the gas zone, because we were in the third gas zone, which is a very
it
strong
hurts
one.
like hell.
Yes.
It hurts like hell. Shout out to the guys on the chat. Tyreek here from Jamaica. Great Tyreek, always here with us. Lívia Uchiha saying go Corinthians. Camila shouting out Acelora. Roberto Silva saying go Corinthians. Amir Ahmed here saying love from Philippines. Jinho from Brazil learning Portuguese here. Evo's return. Man, you don't need to spam here. King 7 asking where is Isa. Isa's not here. Ase is here. We have Nanias here. Fabrício Segundo, Narayan Pramanik always here with us as well. And we have every guy here. Pedro Henrique also here with us. It's nice to see that the list is ready and you guys are already on the plane. You know why, Ase?
Why?
You know why? Because
Why?
we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R20D2 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your Captain Marcel Fernandini, and by my side, my co-pilot Acelora, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop us.
So let's go to Kalahari. Now we see a very normal playing route, which is not going to have to be hard to the teams to manage themselves in the second map. So they're going to their drop calls right now. We see Tropa that were the first team that got the booyah of the day in Purgatory. And now we see Kalahari, which is a very wide map. And the support has a highlight here in this map of Kalahari. We see that Tropa is going to Submarino, which they're not going to have any hard time. And Gus had this first kill, Marcelo.
He got some hard times too. The players of Cruzeiro, but will go down on the hands of Train. Netshoes Miners trying to open up their day in a better note than for the past few days, but they are being shot. We see Train with only 3 of HP now, having to deal with Los Grandes and Liberty. And Liquid, actually.
Yes, they're going to have a hard time. We see that Butch try to do the far away to get more resources. He went far from his teammates, and now we see that doesn't work. Of course, we see that the system revival and the players go back all the time. However, they need to be able to play with more smartness, and that's not what is happening right now. They are losing their resources early in the game just to go to try to get more and more resources. And of course, that's not happening. It's just simple math.
Shout out to MG Opet here with us. 3-3 Svan Free Fire also here with us. I didn't shout out you guys because I couldn't read, because I just suck at reading. We have Team Liquid bringing but also back, and now we'll have the teams spreading through their usual drop calls. Kalahari is becoming a real slow map.
Yes.
We've seen for the past few weeks some first bloods happening with 11 minutes of play, the first squad wipe with 12 minutes in play. It's a more strategic map.
Yes, it is a very, very strategic map. Of course, the highlight of this map really helps. I mean, the high zones of the map really help the players. And now we see that Magic Squad is going to get more and more resources in the Elephant region. And it's a very good drop call to get. And Corinthians got the blue zone. And of course, that's going to be very good for them, because we know that they have the snipers there and a lot of bullets of snipers. And as I have said before, Kalahari is a map for support players.
Shout out to Faraz Productions. Shout out to Luffy Platininha. Also here with us. I just love this name.
Yes, I just smile when you read this name, because it's just perfect.
And shout out to Renata Medeiros saying the first stop of the day was in Purgatory. And let's get a crop it and react. And asking for the miners to go because she loves the train. She loves the train, baby. One of the most charismatic players. He won the first Ferrantini Awards in the history of LBFF as the most charismatic player for the first third of the season. I got to do the second third award as well. Lisa Effect here say it's not allowed today, but she's going to watch Magic Squad play. Mari saying, let's go with LBFF. She wants a booyah from B4 official. Alexio Santos saying, it's not Hogwarts, but with Magic Squad, the magic is running wild.
Oh, I like this message.
I like the message.
It was very creative of him. I like it.
Gabriel saying he was so focused on LBFF that he forgot to have lunch. Man, I wish I had forgotten to have lunch because I didn't forget to have. I just didn't have it. And I remember it every single second that I'm hungry as hell. Flash over here saying he's afraid of Magic Squad over here. And I wish I forgot that I had to get lunch.
Me too, because
I'm hungry as hell.
I'm hungry as well. And we see that Gabriel is just very focused on the LBFF, so that's very good for him. However, eat, Gabriel. Please eat. Okay?
And Magic Squad is the first team that can go for 16 booyahs in a single season of LBFF. They got 14. One more will get them to tie the record with Fluxo from LBFF 6. And they will be able to go over maybe today. Maybe we'll have a record here today once again. This season is the season of the records, of course, with the changes in the mechanics of the game, with the input of the revival function, with more rounds. Of course, some records will be broken. But we've seen all the records being broken.
Exactly. And also, it's important to say that Magic Squad is a new team here in LBFF. Of course, the players are not new. They are former players here in LBFF. They have the experience of LBFF in the competition. And also, we had a big change, which is God Kill going away from Fluxo and getting into Magic Squad, which was a perfect match because he is flying himself. He is on fire here on the Magic Squad. And now we see an early confrontation, Liberty going against Moreira of Tropa, which is already on a lobby.
He is back on the lobby, but he will probably be brought back because Tropa still have the time to bring it back. 33's Van here saying Liberty needs a miracle, then they will have booyahs. They need a miracle, however, in the past few weeks, they've been improving their game consistently, Ase.
Yes, they are trying to do better here in LBFF. We have been seeing them. Of course, we saw them in the LBFF Series B. They were not a very aggressive play. They are not aggressive in their way of moving themselves here in the map, and still they're not aggressive right now in the Series A, which the new meta needs. The aggressiveness is the way that the players need to play. So they're trying to connect their game. They're trying to get this new way of plays to go up on the chart. However, they're having a really hard time. So I don't know what's going to happen.
And that was something we were talking about before the broadcast. Liberty is a team of sparks.
Yes.
They've gone through an okay regular season on Series B last season. And then they sparked on the Access group and went to the Serie A. Then they started the Serie A with a poor performance, and then they sparked and started playing better. It's not easy to understand what goes through with Liberty, but they come out of nowhere sometimes and get amazing results.
Yes, that's true. It is a team that have the power, the way of plays. They really want to go up on a charge. However, they are having a hard time to adapt themselves here in the Series A, and now we see a confrontation of Tropa against Magic Squad.
Then we have Drax over here trying to find the best spot to get into this fight, and maybe it's a good moment for Magic Squad to go over and try to take Tropa down, because we know that Moreira doesn't have a real good loot because he was just brought back into the game.
That's true.
Bob's now trying to fight against Kiled. DCR7 is using God Q will put Moreira to the floor. Now, Magic Squad not only has the loot advantage, but they have the numbers advantage as well in this fight. The leaders want to take some more points. They know that they need to open a gap against before, as we see Spill putting down Italo. and opening up this fight for Tropa.
So yeah, now we have seen that Italo got in a very like open spot, which gave Spill all the vision that he needs to get down the player. And now we see Bobs in a very good position, trying to get the grenades on the players of Tropa.
We have Drax over there rotating, trying to find the better spot to fight. We see GodQ and Bobs on the lower floor trying to go for the fight, and he surprised Spill over there, but he couldn't get the takedown. Now Drax with the top-down advantage, using the charge buster. Look at Bobs. Nice grenade by Bobs, dealing a lot of damage to the two players of Tropa and forcing them to use their med kits, as Drax is now trying to be away from the surrendering that was happening from the players, and GodQ will put Mandela to the floor. Spill also goes down, and now there's only one player from Tropa to fight. He's not anymore. Killaji goes down, and Magic Squad wipes out the squad from Tropa, and there are a few teams celebrating that. Now, Metagaming is trying to come over and get the spoils of this war. Let's see if Magic Squad will be able to survive this aggressiveness. Vivocate sends Netshoes Miners back to the lobby in the 11th position, and look at the shot from GodQ. However, Eric and Kawe brings it back. They find 2 kills, and now there's only one player to fight for Magic Squad. It's Bobs, and he will go down on the hands of Eric. Amazing play by Metagaming, joining the fight at the exact moment that they could join the fight with all the advantage.
Of course, they were very smart right now, and that's the main problem of having a confrontation that takes too much time. If you have a confrontation that takes too much time, of course, it's going to have a third team that is going to participate and take advantage of yourself. And that's what's happening. That's what happened. And now we see Team Liquid against Vivo Cage, and let's see who's going to take the best, because oh my
god, MTS! Oh my god, MTS, what a grenade! He wants to go back to the top of the standings. He showed his face for the first time on the kill leaders list this season yesterday, and now he wants to go for it. Now we see B4 going after the players from Metagaming. They won the spoils of the last war. Kawe will go down, and B4 has the kills, but look at B4 now being destroyed by Nitrox. Juon and Salis putting 2 players down. Now there's only one player to fight for B4, not anymore. Shinez goes back to the lobby, and B4 falls in the 7th position. Now we see Team Liquid going after the players from Los Grandes, and Cruzeiro is by that place as well. The sandwich is real, and Gus will try to cover himself with the eyes. We see Cruzeiro now trying to get control of the house, as we see Fonzinho on the 2nd floor. He rotates, Menor gets the kill, and Los Grandes will go down. Giga gets the Kappa, gets the takedown, and sends Los Grandes back to the lobby in the 7th position. Now they have time and they have space to rotate to inside of the safe zone with a safe rotation, trying maybe not to go on to the same spot as Team Liquid, and Phoenix doesn't allow it to happen. He says, Team Liquid is here. You're not rotating with ease.
So what's happening is that the teams are having a hard time to rotate themselves. Is of course all the time that they are trying to rotate, there is a second team and then a third team. We saw that Nitrox got the law of the X that before tried to wipe down the Magic Squad, and then he tried to wipe down the other team that were there. And then we saw that Nitrox took the same advantage and then went against the players and got the best of it. And now we see that Team Liquid is trying to rotate and also have problems, and they are marking the players from Cruzeiro.
Nice grenade from MTS, forcing the use of the skills from R7 and Menor. And they will have to deal not only with Cruzeiro, but Corinthians by the same side. And Vitinci Space checking it out, going for the grenade launcher shots. He wants to take some takedowns from this Cruzeiro squad. And all 5 teams that are still alive are still with their 4 players on their feet. Shoutouts to Vagini from Russia. And, of course, shoutouts to everyone on Ukraine. We are sided with Ukraine over here, and you from Russia, Vagini, it's a request from a Brazilian, a poor Brazilian here, asking do whatever it's possible inside of Russia to end this war. We don't need wars in 2022. And R7 now goes after MTS. He puts MTS to the floor and gets the kill. Team Liquid now with 3 players to fight. They have to run. Cruzeiro is trying to come over by the sides as Corinthians almost gives support to Cruzeiro to go over against Team Liquid. Boss tries to use the ruins of the Sanctuary to protect himself. He's waiting for the rush. He goes down to the second floor, gets together with his teammates, and Bud will put R7 to the floor. Nice job, nice team play by those two players, but Boss will go to the floor as well. Bud tries to come over. Giga gets the kill. Menor gets the takedown, and Menor will take the kill from Bud. Cruzeiro with 7 kills. Important moment for Cruzeiro here to restart their run, Ace.
Yes, that's what we're seeing. They're trying to restart the run here and their standings, and they're doing it very well. They're bringing more aggressiveness to their game, which we have been seeing it in the first days of the LBFF, and now they're going to take down Pato.
They want to take, it's duck hunt moment right now as Pato tries to go over, but Team Liberty still alive in the end of this match. Important run for Liberty to try to leave the relegation zone, to try to leave the access group zone, and they are trying to rotate, but look at this grenade launcher shot by Vichispe! He finds the head of Hype, gets the first takedown, and he now opens up the space for Corinthians to try to go over the players from Liberty. One more shot, once again, he puts Hype to the floor. My God, Vichispe, what to doing, my man? He gets the kill on Hype, and look at that. He's playing fireworks against Liberty.
He is playing fireworks against Liberty. He is a very important player for Corinthians, and of course, he has a great weapon here in the end game. The grenade launcher is very important to use in the end of the game, and now we see the importance of it again.
Bronzinho now putting Giga to the floor as R7 gets the kill on Davi. Memgad gets Pato, and Liberty gets the target for all the teams inside of the safe zone. Dries is the last remaining player, and Menor will get the kill. Cruzeiro with 10 kills, now having to fight against a whole bunch of teams over there. He gets the takedown on the players from Nitrox. Team Liquid goes down in the fourth position. Trap tries to hold himself against Corinthians. Corinthians once again inside of the top 3. They were the runners-up of the last map, and now Prozin puts Trap to the floor as Corinthians now has an easy run to go for the players of Nitrox. It's only Prozin to go against 4 players from Corinthians. He has the grenade launcher, but Vichispe also does it, and he will get the shot! So it's a booyah, Corinthians! What a great start of day for Corinthians! They were in the second position in the first map of the day, and they come to Kalahari to take the first.
Well, we have seen a really great performance of Corinthians. They are increasing themselves right now in the standings, and they really need it. And also, who needs it is Nitrox, who got the second place. So congratulations for them. We saw that Prozin tried everything that he could to get his team on this end game, and also Cruzeiro, which is the team that got the first
position
place.
Points.
Yes, the first place of positions here right now. And R7 got 7 kills, so it's really good for them.
Really good for them, and important match for Nitrox because Netshoes Miners fell down early, and Tropa fell down really early. So it allows Nitrox to open up a gap against Tropa in the run for the 13th position. Great run by Nitrox. We have Corinthians with 14, Team Liquid with 13, Liberty with 8, and before with 7 points on the first half of the table. And we gotta talk about Corinthians because not only they got 14 points here in this map, but they already got 31 today, which can propel them upwards on the table. 6 points for Los Grandes, keeping that average. And as a team that is fighting to be in the finals, Metagaming also 6, Vivocade still having a slump here for the past 3 rounds. 5 points, Magic Squad 5, they still ain't started the way that we know that they can do. Netshoes Miners with 1 and Tropa with 1 asset.
I have something to say that I'm very upset because I put Cruzeiro coach yesterday and not today. So
On your FF
yes,
squad.
my FF squad cries right now. So it happens. It happens, of course. But yes, congratulations to the teams that we see that that are improving themselves. As we saw that they had a great performance. And again, we need to punctuate that the teams need to be more to pay more attention to the safe zone, and of course tries to get the rush more faster, because all the teams are trying to get in the confrontation that already has two teams. So they see that two teams are fighting, and then they participate has a third team, and then they got the kills and the points. So that's very important that they go faster.
We're going for a quick break, and we'll be right back to bring you guys the emotions of the third map of the day. We are back live to bring you guys the emotions of the third map of the day, but we gotta check the standings on the screen to know what changed. Corinthians getting to the 5th position, bringing Cruzeiro to the 6th position. Both of the teams going higher on the tables, Acid.
Exactly, and the difference is only 2 points. So now on the next map, we are going to see a fight to get the 5th position. And then we see that Team Liquid has 740 points, which is very good for them, of course. They are trying to pass Fluxo, which is possible if they keep doing what they are doing today. And we see that Tropa and Nitrox in metagaming are still fighting to get up on the chart.
And we have Nitrox opening up a little gap between them and Tropa, 18 points now.
Yes.
After this good game that Nitrox had. And it holds Tropa for some of the teams on the bottom to try to get to them.
Yes, they had a really hard time here in the second match. They tried to get in the confrontation with Magic Squad, and they got the best of it. However, a third team went to the confrontation, and they were halved. They didn't have resources. They didn't have the actual that they do have on the confrontation, so they had a really hard time, and that's the main thing of this new meta.
It forces a lot of confrontations. Shout outs to Conselheiros over here. We're not talking gringo, we're talking English. And you know why? Because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R20D3 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your Captain Marcelo Ferrandini, and by my side, my co-pilot Acelora invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop us in!
Let's drop it to the third match, and we see a very regular airplane route, which is going to make every team happy right now because they're going to their drop calls with no hard time. And I think it's important to say that we have Prozin, which is a player from Nitrox. He has 28.29% of the kills from Nitrox. So we saw on the last match that he was a player to get the more kills. He is always very aggressive, and it's important to say as well that he were a player from before. So now he's trying to adapt himself in the way that Nitrox plays, which is kind of different because they are playing more stopped in the map. So let's see if he's going to adapt it himself because he really does need it, and he's a very strong player. And now we see Magic Squad near of Nitrox. Nitrox is trying to get their loot from factory, and Magic Squad is still trying to get more resources. Of course, in the first seconds of the map, all the players go to get more resources and of course coins, which is the most important item here in this LBFF. Because if one player gets a hard time, they're going to be able to get it back. And now we see hearts beeping.
Hearts are beeping indeed. Beep, beep. But we gotta talk about the changes. We saw that Hype came out of the Squad of Liberty to Pexin to come in. Already a change here to start the day, and it's important that we have some stability for those teams. They are changing a lot of players, and it's not that good for them. Drax, look at he going after the player from Nitrox. It was Quali, and he will get the kill.
It's 2 against 4. I don't know why the players keep doing this distant loot way. I know that they went to the box, to the yellow box to try to get coins. However, they got in a position that is not very good for them because they are only in 2 players.
And some tips from the specialist: if you are support or rush, you use 4 fingers on the HUD, and if you are support, you use only 3 fingers, or a grenadier use 3 fingers on the screen, as our players were telling you. Shout out to Tyrene and Andressa watching LBFF and practicing my listening. Nice. I'll try to, and shout outs to you, claps to you. And I'll try to speak more clearly so you guys can practice your listening. Shout out to Fabrício Segundo over here as well. And now Nitrox is trying to come over and take down the players from Magic Squad. A nice grenade by Prozin, forcing Bops to use the CR7, to use the Chrono over there. And he comes back with the grenade as well, forcing Prozin to go for his Chrono. Now he's out in the open, and he will be forced to fight against Prozin. Prozin gets the takedown on Bobs, and Bobs will once again go down on the hands of Nitrox. Nitrox getting 2 kills on the leaders Magic Squad, I see.
Exactly, we see that Nitrox is aggressive in themselves and going against the players, going against the teams. And of course, this static was not very smart of Magic Squad. I don't know what they were thinking.
Italo also goes down right now.
Yeah, I don't know what they are thinking. It's only got kill and another player that, of course, already run away. Oh no, he didn't run away.
He didn't run away.
Yeah, he's going to die. Drax right
it's
now.
Drax over there. He's trying to exchange against the players of Nitrox. Silas goes down, but he still has to deal with Quali, Prozin, João, God, everyone around him. Zeus, Poseidon, everyone was trying to get him, and he will not survive. Nitrox now on the top of the standings, and Magic Squad with a bad start of the day, now coming out in the last position in a map that they usually don't play that really well as we are used to see them do in Purgatory and Kalahari, Yassi.
Yes, I didn't understand what they are trying to do. Of course, I know that they try to do this. They try to support their other two teammates. However, they could just stayed in Poshinoki and then use the revival resources to get their back. And now we see a confrontation again before against VK.
The two teams that are fighting a lot against each other. That God goes on, but there are two players down for B4. So advantage Vivocade now with Modestia leading the charge, trying to go after the player who is Iago. Grenades from General trying to deal some damage and to help the rush to go on for the Vivocade squad. Some CR7s used, some Chronos used over there to stop the rush and to allow B4 to bring back Jubinha and Chinês. Chinês is still being helped over there by Jubinha. He goes up to his feet, but now Modestia puts Iago down and advantage Vivocade once again. Lobato also goes to the floor. Jubinha tries to bring it back, but Modestia gets the double kill. Jubinha puts number 9 back to the lobby, and now it's a 3v2 fight, and B4 will be destroyed by Vivocade. General and Dead God get the double kill and take down B4. So Magic Squad and B4 are out of the game in the 11th and 12th position. So that opens up the gap for Corinthians, for Cruzeiro, for Vivocade, for a lot of teams to close the gap on the lead, Ace.
Exactly. We see something that were not happening, which is the teams that are on the top of the chart going down too early. And now we see one that also got down because Metagaming is going against the Los Grandes players, and they're not afraid of the confrontation. Of course, that's good for them because they really need to do more aggressive play and look at the headshots of Spill.
Spill getting the takedowns on the players of Los Grandes, and now he is forced to go down to help Kiled because he went down. Los Grandes from the bottom up, having the best of Tropa in this fight, having a lot of trouble to deal with Los Grandes, and they will be forced to rotate to the other side, and Los Grandes is taking care of the hard zone. So Tropa will have to rotate a lot to find a new hard zone for them to bring back their two players.
I didn't understand why Fonzin stopped looking because when he stopped looking, Metagaming players just went down against him. But now I understood why. He has a bite on his hand and he's using it very well.
And now we have some confrontation going on. Metagaming trying to find the best spot to go inside of the house, and a lot of damage was dealt, but Eric finds the grenade on Gus. Nice job by Eric going cold B on Gus and getting the shot out. Boom, puts Fonzin to the floor. He gets the two takedowns, and MVR will try to hold for Los Grandes, but it's a tough position for him as Half X comes over and he will take him down. Los Grandes going down in the 10th position, and Metagaming finally getting a good fight here today, Ace.
Yes, Metagaming had the advantage because they have 4 players up with their HP, and then we saw that Los Grandes already had lost one, which is a very important player for Los Grandes. It is a player that has a lot of aggressiveness on his play. It is a position hush player, so he were very needed on this confrontation, and he got dropped down by Metagaming too soon. And then we saw that Fonzin tried to confrontate the team of Metagaming. However, Gus had a hard time with the grenade. He tried to get the grenade tempered, and then he just got off the time of the temper, and then of course Metagaming took advantage of it and took Gus down with Eric, which is also a great grenade player.
Now you see that Nitrox will have to deal with Netshoes Miners, a direct confrontation on the bottom of the table, and Prozin goes down. Natividade finds the grenade launcher shot on Salis, and the grenades from Rick now are really dangerous onto the players of Nitrox. Nitrox losing 2 players right at the beginning of the fight, really quickly on the fight, and now Salis goes back to his feet, and the grenade launcher shot from Natividade don't find Salis, but Broilo finds him with the Barret. Nice shot by Broilo, now opening up the space for Netshoes Miners to once again go in that fight. We see some players having to scout where their opponents are. We see João trying to side Netshoes Miners, and he was found by Natividade. Nativa once again with the grenade launcher, putting down João. Nice shot by Nativa. he is having an incredible season.
That's what I was going to
Natividade
say.
is having an incredible season, and he don't deserve to be on the last position on the standings. However, he's
he
the only
doesn't.
one on the team.
He doesn't deserve it. He's an amazing player. He's also advancing himself with the metagaming of LBFF, while Free Fighter. So, and also it's very curious that Netshoes Miner is the best map of them is Bermuda. So they're trying to increase themselves right now, and now we see another confrontation.
Quali was sent down by Vitinho as Broilo brings it back, taking Zenak to the floor. Broilo gets the kill as Vitinho XP also gets the kill on the players of Nitrox, and Netshoes Miners are just enjoying this battle because they know that the spoils of war will be theirs.
He has like nothing of life. So Prozin is going to be wiped down right now.
Prozin is destroyed, and Nitrox goes down in the 9th position on the hands of Hazur. Over there, Corinthians with a nice lineup here today with Zenak and Memgad going for a top 2 and then a Booyah in the first 2 maps of the day. But now they will have to deal with Netshoes Miners and Cruzeiro. However, Netshoes Miners can be sandwiched by those 2 teams, Ace.
That's what I was going to say, that they need to pay a lot of attention. Of course, they can pay attention, of course, to Corinthians to get more points. However, Cruzeiro has a really good position. They are in the gas zone, not the gas zone, the safe zone. They are in the safe zone, the border of the safe zone, so they can get a lot of advantage. But Natividade has the grenade launcher, so he could use it and get advantage against Cruzeiro. Let's see who is going to take the best of it.
We saw Netshoes Miners trying to rotate through the outside, not going after Cruzeiro, and now trying to hold Corinthians underneath the hills. Now, Hazur and Vitinho XP having the eyes to get them to a better spot on the run, and Memgad will be sent down by Broilo. Broilo with a nice game with that Barret, taking down player after player, and Natividade is trying to go after Hazur. Broilo once again putting Hazur to the floor. Great opening from Broilo, 3 kills for him, 1 on the hands of Nitrox, and now 2 on Corinthians. Netshoes Miners with a great run trying to defend their position, and now they have the space to rotate without facing Cruzeiro. They can sideline Cruzeiro over there, and then we see Team Liquid going after the players of Metagaming. The shots out from MTS trying to control the breach by Keraton over there, and they will rotate to near the safe zone. Vitinho XP puts Natividade to the floor with a grenade. Boss using the box to protect himself. And we see Trap getting 2 kills on Liberty. Liberty trying to fight back, and Corinthians will go down on the hands of Broilo. This man is having a blast here today. Liberty is trying to bring it back against Cruzeiro. Pexin and Drizzy. Lots of kills from Liberty against Cruzeiro. They might wipe out the whole squad, but Trap gets the kill on Pato, and Drizzy brings it back. Cruzeiro is wiped out by Liberty, but Liberty was left with only 2 players in the fight. Let's see how they will fare off in the end of the match. Phoenix gets a kill on Spill. Nice job by Phoenix fighting for the top down. He has nice weaponry. He has the AWM, and he can go for some amazing sniper shots onto the players of Metagaming over there, I said.
However, they need to be very smart of how they are going to move themselves. As now we see Butch, he has a vision from the player of Liberty. Pexin probably is going to be wiped out, and now we see Metagaming suffering by Phoenix, which is a player that is increasing themselves here in the LBFF. He's a great support.
Look at MTS, I'm sorry, Acid, because he found 2, and now he gets the kill. Metagaming will go down. Now we see Netshoes Miners going after Liberty and taking them down once again. Netshoes with 9 kills and the 4 players to fight in the end of the match. General gets Mandela. Now it's a 3-team fight between Team Liberty, between Team Liquid, Netshoes Miners, and Vivocade. Vivocade with only 3 players. And those 3 squads really shine here in Bermuda. Broilo will put Butch to the floor. He is having a blast in this map. 6 kills for him. He might get the 7th one onto Butch right now. Phoenix is trying to find a good spot to fight. He is the sniper. He will be the one who will have to shine against Broilo, but he takes a lot of damage onto the grenade from Natividade. Nativa is trying to find a good spot to fight right now as Broilo heals himself a little bit, patches up the injuries a little bit as Natividade is trying to get some information. He will get the kill on, but he and Rick with Utrem are rushing to that side. Broilo gets the 7th kill in the map, 10 for Netshoes Miners, 3 on the hands of Natividade. The rotation is going on. They are trying to get to Team Liquid, but Liquid got to inside of the safe zone. They quietly rotated to inside of the safe zone, and they will fight 3v3 against Vivocade, but they put Vivocade between themselves and Netshoes Miners. Smart rotation by Team Liquid right now, forcing Netshoes to fight against Vivocade. They see Modestia running up the hill. Broilo tries to get the shots out. He don't find the quick scope onto Modestia, and he uses the ice to protect himself, and Modestia will get Broilo. Nice grenade launcher shot by Modestia. Intelligent play by Team Liquid, forcing the fight between Netshoes and Vivocade. Now they choose to go after Liquid. They give away the position to Vivocade to go after Team Liquid. Some grenade launcher shots coming in. Modestia gets the kill on Broilo. General will put Natividade to the floor. Grenades from MTS. He is the current MVP of the season. He wants to get them with the grenade. It's a dangerous grenade. We know that he's a master of the Biribas, and Boss will get the kill. General and Dead God gets 2. And now it's a 3v3 fight between Vivocade and Team Liquid. The first shot goes out, takes a lot of damage from General, and the Skylar skill will take the cover from General. He uses the Chrono, he uses the CR7. The shots are coming out. Modestia once again with the grenade launcher. He gets 3 with the grenade launcher, but MTS puts that guy to the floor. Boss goes down. General goes down as well. MTS is doing it all, and now it's MTS and Phoenix against Modestia. They're trying to go uphill. Modestia uses the ice. The grenade are coming. They're trying to break the ice. Modestia uses another. He has a grenade launcher to put down the players from Team Liquid with a single shot. MTS confirms the kill on Dead God. It's a triple for him. It's now a quadra because General also went down. They are patching up. They are healing up to go for the last fight of the match. Phoenix is trying to get a good spot. He uses the Skylar skill to force Modestia to the box. Modestia has the higher ground, but he will have to move because the safe zone will close to the lower part of the high ground. MTS has control of the center, and he has control of the scope. So it's a boo! Yeah, Team Liquid! They're coming from their best day in the season. They were the best team of the day yesterday, and they want to bring it back once again in their favorite map. In Bermuda, Team Liquid is really dangerous, Asi!
Really dangerous. What a great performance. We see that MTS is going back up and doing everything that he can to go back and be the MVP. We know that the last split he were the MVP, and now he's increasing himself to go up again. Of course, he started having a hard time here in the LBFF, and now we see the highlights of this third match. We saw the moment that Modestia went against the B4 players. Of course, VK got the best of it. They went all together to this confrontation and then got the best of it. Of course, it is a very important tactic. And then we see metagaming against Los Grandes. They were already without Juan. And Nitrox fall down for against Corinthians. Hazuri got the last kill. And we saw that Team Liquid, this great performance. They had the high ground. They were using it very well. We saw the moment that MTS again wiped out all the players from metagaming. And this important moment that we saw that Phoenix tried to open his scoop and MTS got the kill. Yeah, so it is a very important match for the Team Liquid players, and congratulations. And of course, sad for me because I didn't put any player from Team Liquid on my FF squad.
They are expensive. I understand you. They are expensive.
Yeah.
However, we're going for a quick break, and then we have a video package prepared for you guys to understand what is going on the post game, because we have our semi-finalists. So stay tuned over here after the quick break.
Dali, meus reis do trocadilho.
A equipe dele gosta de jogar separada e agora de unidas.
Salve, rapaziada. Aqui é o Mamute, jogador da meta. Esqueci o resto qualquer.
É jogo pausado, pequeno Mamute. Bora conhecer o último classificado para a semifinal?
Só bora.
Fala, rapaziada, aqui é o Peckzinho da Liberty.
Salve, rapaziada, eu sou o Killed da tropa e hoje eu tô aqui no jogo pausado.
Cite em 15 segundos o máximo de personagens femininos.
Pode ir falando?
Não, é pra esperar passar os 15 segundos mesmo.
Kelly, Misha, Notora,
Kelly, Moco, Evelyn,
Kelly, Paloma, Olivia, Moco.
aquele robozinho com nome estranho.
Robozinho estranho não vale. Eu quero nombres, parceiro. Cite em 15 segundos o máximo de lugares que possuem área de retorno.
Rapaz,
Bima, Catu, Grave,
Cape, Pique, Chip,
Poshinok, Clock, Factory.
Acho que em Fields tem também.
Embaçado isso aí, hein?
Cite em 15 segundos o máximo de jogadores que começam com a letra M.
M, Mamute.
Melzinho na chupeta, né, parcinha?
Modéstia, MTS,
MTS.
Mike, da God.
Pô, não é possível que eu não vou lembrar.
Cite em 15 segundos o máximo de nome dos passes de elite que o Free Fire já teve.
Sakura, Hip Hop,
Sei nem o nome do primeiro passo, acho que é Sakura.
Ah, tem o Steampunk. Caralho, eu só lembro disso, mano.
Aqui é assim, meu cria. Deu brecha, vacilou grandão, tá fora. Quem vai pra semifinal é o Peckzinho. E como cantava a rapaziada do Tijuana, agora o bicho vai pegar. A semifinal começa já na semana que vem. Peu, MVR, Antunes, Cauã, Jubinha e Peckzinho. Só 2 vão pra grande final.
We are back live after the last semi-final from pause game, and our semi-finalists are all settled, but which is also settled after the third map is our standings that will be coming on the screen for you guys to check this out. And we have Vivocate taking the 5th position from Corinthians and from Cruzeiro, going for 718 points. Important game for Vivocate right now. Important game for Liberty and Netshoes Miners that for the first time in the season, Netshoes Miners puts 0-0 Nation on the relegation spot, I said.
Well, that's very good for them, and it's the difference for, only for 4 kills. So that's, of course, that shows that Netshoes Miners is trying to put more aggressiveness on their plays, and that's the most important thing to do if they want to keep going, to keep increasing themselves in the standings. They need to put more aggressiveness on their gameplay, and that's happening right now. However, they need to go fast because we know that soon we're going to have the finals
this week, and then 2 more for them to fight.
Exactly.
So the regular season is getting over, and the kill leaders, this is also getting settled and mixed up between CS and Iago. Now a 1 point difference between CS and Iago, but look at MTS. Yes. Look at MTS coming over to try to retake the crown or the bonnet as the MVP.
The bonnet, that was no. I don't know if you guys know the history of it, but it's very funny. MTS on the last split, he won the MVP, and then he got a hat, which is a bonnet in Portuguese, and he got very frustrated.
And then he got the crown after
Yes.
that. It was just logistic things that happened. He got the crown, but on the ceremony he got the hat, and he was
Just
visibly frustrated.
yes, he was just sad. And then we see that he's increasing himself. We know that on the first days of LBFF he was not doing very well. He was still adapting his gameplay, and now we see that he's on fire again.
It was the first time that he showed up on the kill leaders list yesterday, and now he is really close. He's 8 kills behind Iago, and he can go for the top today. 3 kills for him in each map. He will tie CS.
I think it's possible, and I think he will do it.
It's really doable for a guy that broke records last season in kills, and that is bringing Team Liquid back up to the top 4. Him and Bud are going for a run in those past few weeks that is really impressive for Team Liquid.
Yes, it is. It is really impressive. Team Liquid has great players in their team. They were just having a hard time to adapting themselves on this new meta gaming. So now we see that they are already connecting themselves. They're already familiarly with the way that each other plays, and now they're going up on the standards.
Shoutouts to Okekayo2626 over here on the chat as well. Luiz Jardel also here with us. Fabrício Segundo, Tairine Andressa, Conselheiros, and Navi Vachini over here as well, cheering for Natus Vincent, one of the biggest organizations in esports, and they will be looking at that from the top down because they're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R20D4 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your Captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and my co-pilot Acelora invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten our boards, because it's time to drop us in!
So let's go to Purgatory again. We saw that some teams had a hard time. Now we see that Team Liquid got the blue spot again. They're always going to the blue spot, which is very smart of them, because then they got the more resources, and we know that the more resources, the better. And we see that before got the Brasilia up, and then we see Los Grandes Brasilia down. Netshoes Miners is very near to Los Grandes. They need to pay attention on it. Of course, because they can suffer, and they are right now increasing themselves on the standing. They don't need to go down to go back to the lobby soon. So I think that they could play more steady on the match, steady on the play. Just observe how the players are going to play right now, and then on the end game, try to get more and more kills.
And important to talk about Team Liquid, they got the Quarry and the Blue Zone over there, but they still got Golf Course and Mount Villa to go for the loot, because it's so open on that island, and they can go to the end game with a lot of loot. And now we see Renan coming into play in place of Lobato. It's not the usual change here for before. Usually Lapa and Renan come into play for Chinês and Jubinha. Now Lobato going out, and it changes a little bit this functioning of the before squad.
Exactly, and we see also that Los Grandes is doing a distant type of resources to get more loot. And we see also substitutions here on Los Grandes team. We see that Cebolinha got up right now in Purgatory. Let's see if they're going to get some changes. They're having a regular day. They're trying to connect themselves in the play. Some of them are not very well. They try to get into fights that are already happening to get the kills of the players that could be halved, which is very smart of them. However, it's not working very well on the pass of the times. It worked twice. But they need to think about it, and now we see before going very, very near to Los Grandes. Probably going to get a confrontation right now. Gus is just watching. Jubinha already have the position of the players from Los Grandes and is just picturing how the players are going to act right now, Marcelo.
We have to see what will happen with that change, because Los Grandes, as you pointed out, is really close, and it seems that Los Grandes will not go for a fight right now. They are rotating to the lower side of Brasilia, and they will leave before with their loot inside of Brasilia. There will be no troubles right now, and once again we see Purgatory starting slower. It's becoming a map that it's more slow than Kalahari.
Yes, that's true. Kalahari is very faster than Purgatory when we are comparing it. And also it's important to say that Purgatory is the worst map for Netshoes Miners players. So let's see how they are going to act here in Purgatory. And also we see Netshoes Miners, like I said right now, Broilo trying to get more resources. He is the support of the team, and he was a great support on the last match. He were standing like he's just incredible. He got a great performance, and that's what Netshoes Miners need. They need to put more aggressiveness on their gameplay. And now we see Liberty just watching Fire Breed trying to get the position of some team, and they could get the information of Netshoes Miners on the other side. However, Netshoes Miners just waiting, getting resources, and of course is not going to go to a confrontation too early. I think the first confrontation is going to happen like on the 7-minute of the first match. Oh, I think I'm wrong, because Nitrox is just getting very, very near to Vivo Cage.
And they might be surprised. It doesn't seem that they know where Vivo Cage is right now, and Vivo Cage seem to leave those guys to go away, or they are preparing the traps. The traps are closed. The shots comes out on João. He is forced to use the ice, and now that God wants to take some shots out. Nando9 will put Salis to the floor. Great positioning by Vivo Cage right now, with advantage on this fight against Nitrox. There was one player from Nitrox that tried to rotate to behind Nando9, but Nando was really well positioned. João will take him down. Salis gets killed by Nando9, but Quali brings it back, sends Modestia to the floor. Now Vivo Cage in a 2v3 fight against Nitrox. We see that Cruzeiro is also fighting against Metagaming. Eric goes to the floor, as we see Quali preparing to go for the fight once again. Some grenades from General trying to find the players from Nitrox coming uphill. We see Prozin trying to flank the players from Vivo Cage, opening up a gap between himself and his teammates. Trap puts Kawe to the floor. Cruzeiro is the new kill leader of the map, as Metagaming is in a predicament right now dealing with Cruzeiro. Grenades from Prozin trying to find the players from Vivo Cage, as we see João having some trouble going uphill. General is forced outside of the ice. He rotates to the other ice. He has no more walls, as it seems, because he used none and tried to rotate to the ice. Modestia now trying to go downhill. The usage of grenades from Nitrox is a little erratic in this moment, and João once again putting that guy to the floor, getting the kill. 2 for him, 1 on Nando9, 1 on that guy. Now Modestia in General try to keep Vivo Cage alive. They had a great positioning for the fight, but the execution was not that good. Modestia now with the Akimbo on his hands, trying to keep himself alive, escaping from the bullets coming from João. He has no more ice to protect himself, and now Nitrox will come over.
They just use all the resources that they have, Vivo Cage right now, and then we see one player that got far away. He tries to get the back of the players. However, he's having a hard time, which is General, and now is going to be Prozin against Modestia on the other side.
He's trying to come with the Charge Buster, but Modestia with the Mag 7 now puts down Prozin. João brings it back. He has the takedown on Modestia. Now General is all by himself for the fight in the 2v1. He tries the grenade, almost hits João, but the chrono is used right at a time. We see Quali rotating. He has to deal with General. General wants to come over and help Modestia. He's rotating to the side, but the kill will be confirmed for Nitrox. They have 3. Now Quali is coming over. He wants to trample General over there, and he will go for a quick heal to go for the last run, Nasse.
Yeah, we saw that Vivo Cage had a hard time. They tried to stop the confrontation of Nitrox. However, they had a really hard time. They used all the resources that they have in a wrong way, because they use it and they couldn't get the kills from Nitrox. And then we saw that João got far away from the rest of the players, and then he got a better vision from Vivo Cage, and then he was just talking to his players, where all the players from Vivo Cage were standing. And that's, of course, is a very important tactic. The communication of the team is up. And now we see Chinese having a hard time. And look at Vitinho XP.
Finding the 2 heads inside of the car. He gets Renan and Jubinha, and now before has only 1 player to fight. As General brings Quali to the floor, now it's a 1v1 fight between Nitrox, and General did the clutch. General found the clutch and saved Vivo Cage of the match. Amazing play by General. We didn't get to see it, but it was so important for Vivocate, and now we see Team Liquid trying to go over the players from Metagaming. Mandela now rotating, trying to keep himself alive. MTS will get the Kappa, will get Mandela to the floor. The rotation is good. Team Liquid is trying to find a better spot. They lost Boot, but they still got 3 players, 3 dangerous players in Phoenix, Boss, and MTS. MTS with the grenade trying to find a nice Kobe onto the players of Tropa. R7 will put Moreira to the floor. Cruzeiro is joining that battle as well, and Team Liquid knows of it. So it seems that they won't go towards the fight. Boss is trying to rush. I'm wrong. They are going for the fight. 2 grenades now forcing Boss to go like a mountain goat by the edges of the mountain. And he is an easy target for Kiledge's grenade. Just a little bit of damage from Kiledge. Now a good grenade on the head of Boss, forcing himself back to his teammates. Some more grenades from MTS trying to find Kiledge over there. He now rotates. He wants to go through the edge. He wants the sight on Kiledge. He saw Kiledge over there, and the sniper rifle will go over. He will force Kiledge to use the chrono and to use some ice on the edge of the safe zone, but he uses the negative once again to get protected. MTS don't have sights on it. He didn't see the rotation from the players of Tropa. Kiledge and Spill are rotating far away from them, but nice fight at least from Team Liquid to get at least 1 kill for them, Asi.
Yeah, we saw that it was very smart of Spill to get away from this fight, and also MTS. He was trying to get more and more grenade. He tried to do a rain of grenades. Then he saw that that wasn't going to work, and he just go on the other side with his teammates. Of course, that was smart, because if he went against the Tropa players, look at Magic Squad. It would be a third fight, you know, would be like 3 teams fighting, and then now we have Meta, which of course would participate on the
Cruzeiro
competition.
is really close.
Cruzeiro, of course, it's very close too. And also we have Netshoes Miners, that is a team that is increasing themselves on the chart and needs to keep increasing. And now Pão is suffering.
Pão is now on the floor, and we know that Pão on the floor is never good.
No, never good.
And if he goes to sleep, it gets tough. Now we have got kill on the floor. He is helped by his teammates. MGS, the Magic Squad, with only 1 kill up until right now. Not a good day for the leaders. Losing up an opportunity to open up the gap onto B4, who is also not having a good day here, Ase.
Exactly, they're not connecting their gameplay. I don't know if they're trying to get some new tactics. Oh no.
Look at Kiledge, look at that grenade onto Italo, but he is on the floor as well. Drax will get the kill on Kiledge. That kill is trying to find the spot. He finds Spill trying to rotate, but a bad shot. He don't take Spill out to the floor, and Spill gets the rotation. Vitinho XP gets a kill on Cebolinha. Netshoes Miners also got a kill onto a player of Metagaming. And Natividade will take Spill and send Tropa back to the lobby in the 10th position. And now we reach 12 minutes with 9 teams still on the play. Let me summon my inner fat Eminem over here. O Mogogai Fedital, I will need to cast as a madman right now. We see God Q over there trying to go for the shots, trying to break the ice. And o Trem Bebê is using the ice to go over, but not a shot by God Q. Rick with the grenade, putting God Q to the floor. Nice job by the Netshoes Miners, opening up the space to go for the rush. Drax tries to bring it back, puts Trem to the floor, and now it's a 3v2 fight for Netshoes Miners. Broilo goes to the floor. Drax brings it back, but Magic Squad goes down on the hands of Rick and Natividade. Broilo will be brought back, but we see Metagaming trying to rotate as well, and they might surprise the whole squad from Netshoes Miners. We see Trap trying to rotate, trying to find a better spot for them to rotate. They need to go inside of the safe zone, and Boss is holding Cruzeiro outside of the safe. Nice job putting 2 players down. Team Liquid is trying to keep themselves alive with only 2 players. They got a double kill on the players of Cruzeiro. They know of R7, and MTS is trying to jump and get some information onto R7. Eric is helped by Pão over there. He is supported by Pão. He has some life brought back into his character. The grenades from Rick are coming over. Nice grenade, dealing a lot of damage to Pão. And Metagaming with a good positioning to fight. We see Pexin taking Zenak and taking Hazur as well. He confirms the kill for the Liberty squad. Broilo will put Eric to the floor with a nice AWM shot. Half X goes down and Metagaming is destroyed by Netshoes Miners. Team Liquid also goes down on the hands of Cruzeiro. 6 teams still in this fight. Quadra kill for Natividade. He's winning it all for this squad. Now 6 teams, 14 players. And Nativa wants to take down the players from Cruzeiro. He's going for the edge of the safe zone. Nativa and Rick trying to get the shots out, and Cruzeiro is rotating to the other side where they might find Los Grandes, where they might find Liberty. Liberty now dealing with the last players of Cruzeiro before it goes down for the safe zone. Iago is taken down by the gas. We see Davi rotating. He steals the gun from Cruzeiro, and Pexin does it all. He gets the double kill and sends Cruzeiro back to the lobby all by himself, Ace.
We see a great performance by Liberty right now, trying to increase themselves. And we see 2 teams that are fighting on our standings, which is Netshoes Miners and Liberty. And I have to say that Natividade and Ricky is a great duo.
It's a great duo indeed. Vitinho XP gets the kill on Fonzin, taking the advantage that Los Grandes had as one of the teams with 4 players. Peck gets 1 more kill, 5 on his hands in this matchup as he patches up on the ice. The ice is being broken. Pato is over there to give him a little support. More ice comes over for him to heal without being harmed. And we see Gus now trying to get Vitinho XP. The grenade comes out. Vitinho XP sends another grenade, and he is taken down by the gas. Vitinho XP goes down, and Corinthians is wiped out on the 4th position. Still a good day by Corinthians as we see Liberty trying to hold the last player from Netshoes Miners. It was Natividade. What an advantage that Liberty has right now. 2 players from Los Grandes, 1 for Netshoes Miners and 4 from Liberty. They have the numbers advantage. If they work with it, it could be a great booyah for them. Now Peck tries to find a grenade onto Natividade. Natividade is taking a lot of damage by the gas. He will be forced outside. And he shows up, uses the Skylar skill to open up the gas, and he will go down for the gas. Now it's a 4v2 fight in favor of Liberty. Gus and the last player are still in the match. Pexin gets the kill on Gus. Now the grenades from Drizzy trying to find Juan, and Drizzy will get it! So it's a booyah, Liberty! Put it on the account of Pexin. He got 6 kills all by himself and opened up the space for Liberty to get a great positioning on the safe zone with numbers advantage and all the weapons at their disposal to get the booyah here for the first time in this day, Acelora.
Never doubted Liberty. Never doubted.
Never doubted.
Never doubted. I knew that they had the chance, they have the opportunity, and they took it. They were very smart on their rotation. They increased themselves, and they tried not to be spotted as the match were being put on the players. And then on the end game, they started acting. They started going against the players. They let every other team get the confrontations. They were there on the same spot. You'll see right now they're happening right now. We can see on the map. They were on the other side of the map. They were just calming, and they let everything for the end game. Of course, that was really smart of them. And then we see the end game, which were the very important. And we see Pexin has the MVP of this match, of this fourth match. And they really increase themselves, and of course that's very needed. And I'm very curious to see the standings, because we saw that Netshoes Miners and also Liberty got near and got on the second place, the third place, I mean, of this match.
Vitinho XP also 6 kills for him. And Corinthians with 13 points keep increasing themselves here after a booyah, after a second place. Great day by Corinthians as well. They needed one of those days to settle themselves upwards on the standings that we're going to check out right now to understand what goes on. Corinthians in the 6th position, nothing changed on the table. Nothing changed on the table in this matchup, but Los Grandes getting closer to Vasco.
Yes, nothing changed. I thought that Liberty would pass the Real Esports. However, they didn't pass it. They have more booyahs. They have 5 booyahs and 219 points. Kills. However, they didn't pass the Real team. They really
need to get more points.
Yes, that's true, but the Real Esports, they get more of positions than kills. So that's the difference from Liberty and Real. So maybe Liberty can adapt their game with both of it to prioritize more positions and then let the kills for the end game.
And Liberty is a squad that works like that. When they get a lot of kills, they get a booyah.
Yeah.
When they don't get kills, they go down in the 12th or 11th position. They are not a team that favors positioning. They want to go for the confrontations and that is dealing a lot of damage for them in the standings. But nice from Netshoes Miners as well. Now only 5 points behind Liberty.
Yes.
They will not be playing here tomorrow because they've played their 2 days on the weekend. Liberty will. And if you guys want to cast players from Liberty in your FF squad, I wouldn't advise against Ace.
I wouldn't advise against. And it's important to me to say that I put Packaging on my FF squad today. Yes. Yes, I did. I don't know what happened. I don't know what I was thinking. But I saw how many matches that he played and how many kills that he had. And then I put him.
Added the math and slides 2, adds 9. Chico Xavier on the math over there. And she got Packzine. And if you guys want to bet on Packzine, access and join us at ffsquad.com.br. It's the fantasy game for LBFF. And we are heading to the 5th map of the day, Ace. We are heading to Kalahari once again. A map that usually favors before if they take the refinery and if they get to stay on the refinery. But the first game they went for a really quick rotation and fell down really early.
Exactly. They were trying to rotate earlier and then they got spotted, as you said. This new gas is too quick. And then if you don't adapt it yourself in a way that is smarter than other teams, you could have some problems, and that's what is happening right now. And of course, if you rotate too early, you can have a problem, and then if you rotate too late, you also have a problem because of the gas.
And let me ask you, what is going on with Magic Squad today?
I don't know.
It's probably the worst day that we've seen from Magic Squad.
They are trying to be more aggressive. I don't know why they are doing that. They are a team that prioritize the position and also the kills, and they are not prioritizing their positions in the match.
They are going for tough aggressions, and they are going for they're picking bad fights as of right now. Maybe it's time for GodQ to leave the space for Guaxa to play. Guaxa that has been an incredible player for this Magic squad, and I believe that the team works better with Guaxa.
Yes, the team does work better with Guaxa. They have a connection that is very interesting. I don't know, I think it maybe can be about the communication of the team, and that is very important. We saw that on the 3rd match that we had. They were going crazy, rushing in all the teams, and then they went to Mars Electrics. I don't know why they did that. They could just be in push knock and then revive the other 2 players that were on Mars Electrics, and then they just thought, no, let's go everyone to Mars Electrics, and then they got wiped down.
They got wiped out. Shout out to 33's Fun Free Fire saying Magic Squad has lost their magic. I still don't believe so. It's just a day.
Yeah, it's a bad day for them.
They're not doing that good here. Probably the Sectum Sempra is not working today, or maybe the Expelliarmus is not working here today. They didn't lose the magic. They just probably don't know where they put the wand for the magics here today. Shout out to all Harry Potter fans all around the world. I know you and I see you. I'm one of them. And we're getting closer to a map where some teams that usually don't go really well in Purgatory and in Bermuda tend to find a better spot with teams that play slowly, that play based more on their sniper rifles, because it's a wide open map, right, Asim?
Exactly, it's a wide open map, and also it's a map of supports, as we already said, because of the high grounds. It, of course, favors the players that knows how to play with snipers. And soon we're going to have, oh, not soon.
Not soon. Right now we are clear to take off. Let's hit the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, from flight R20D5 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain Marcel Ferrantini, and by my side my co-pilot Acelora invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, cause it's time to drop us in.
So let's go to Kalahari. Let's see who is going to take the best of it. Now we see that they are playing route got on our side and not the side of the other players of the teams today. Some teams are going to have a hard time to rotate and go to their drop call. However, we don't see Liberty having a hard time, but there is a lot of teams trying to go to the same drop call. Now we see before in Refinery, we see Corinthians in their current drop call.
Before in Refinery, I've never seen it.
No, oh, me neither. No, that's very new. It's a surprise for us.
I've never seen it.
And oh, they got a change.
They got Lobato back in place of Renan.
Yes, Renan. I mean. Yes, of Renan. And then we see Juan is still in Los Grandes. He's trying to get the kill against Cruzeiro. We see Cebolinha having a good vision for of R7. And they are fighting for Playground.
Cebolinha, as known as Little Onion, now rotating.
I love this nickname. It's
Little
good.
Onion is amazing.
Yes.
Little Onion. Now Fon gets trapped. Pato will get the first kill on the players of Netshoes Miners, as we see Los Grandes trying to destroy and demolish Cruzeiro on the other side of the map, as we see Pexin trying to get some more shots onto the players of Los Grandes. Juan and Gus confirms 2 more kills on Cruzeiro, who is left with only 1 player to fight, Ace.
We see that Los Grandes started on fire, and they really do need it, because they are stable on the standings. They don't change their game. They're having a hard time rotating. They're having a hard time to aggressive their plays. And now we see 2 Moreira having a hard time.
Moreira also having a hard time on the hands of Vivocade. And hard time. This would be a reference for wrestling fans. You know what hard times is? Hard times is a family man who needs to put food on the table of his children.
Oh, I can't.
I'll show this to you. I'll show this to you sometimes.
Okay, dude.
And the dude is talking really seriously, but he has the tongue.
Yeah.
And he talks like that, you know?
Yes.
And he wants to talk about hard times. You want to talk about hard times? I'll tell you what hard times is. And it's just incredible. I love this promo.
Oh, and look at Killed. He's saving Moreira without any problems, which is something that currently doesn't work very well. And then we see Hickey putting Cruzeiro back to the lobby.
And as Killed is saving Moreira, it's playing. Now BL comes into play in place of Mandela. Mandela leaving the starting lineup for one of the first times of the season. He has been a cornerstone of this Tropa squad, and it's different to see the squad without him. Generally, BL changes with Spiel. He comes into play for Spiel and vice versa. And this time, Mandela is not on the starting lineup.
I think Mandela is not connecting his gameplay today. I think he's having a hard time. And then they are trying something new. And then BL got put it on his place. Let's see if they're going to change their gameplay. Moreira is still doing a faraway loot, trying to get more resources, but still very far away from his teammates, which was the main problem and why he went back to the lobby so fast by VK player. And then we see that Ricky got one kill against Cruzeiro, which made Cruzeiro back to the lobby. And of course, we have only 4 minutes and 27 seconds of this 5th match with 11 teams and 44 players. So still, we only got one squad wiped, and things could change. Broilo already got back to the match. He was revived, and then we see o Trem Bebê with 120 HP, so he needs to be smart. However, we see Corinthians in the same position.
Shout out to RG Beast over here on the chat with us, as we see Vivocate trying to get a good rotation for a better spot right now. And Vivocate is a team that needs to improve and take that pace that they had on the start of the season back, and on the last seasons as well, because we are talking about the team that were the champions of LBFF Season 5 and the runners-up of LBFF 6 with the same lineup.
Yes, same lineup.
The exact same lineup, and we're not seeing that from them on the past 3 weeks.
I think they are trying to try new things on the map. They started very well. They started aggressive in themselves, as going to get more and more kills, and now they are having a hard time since the day that the safe zone changed and started closing faster. Many teams are having a hard time since then, because it's hard to adapt it to process how you're going to rotate without another team rotate as well in the same place that you were going. And also the teams are having a hard time because they get in a confrontation, and then a third team happen and get there, and then you're halved. You don't have the time to be able to get 100% of your life, to get the resources that you had. You already used your CR7, so that's the main problem right now of this new meta on the LBFF. And
now
look at Broilo.
Puts Pato down. What a day Broilo is having here today.
Yes.
Some shots coming over, trying to take down the players from Liberty. And Pato was helped over there. A little bit of duck hunt onto Pato, but he's back on his feet. And now at least Liberty knows that Netshoes Miners are by their side, Zassi, which is good for them in a possible fight.
Yes, it's good for them. However, the gas is now going, so they're going to the way that the gas is coming, which they need to be smart about it, because they have 1 minute and 1 second, so they need to rotate very fast. And I think that the Netshoes Miners players could go against them. And also we have Team Liquid doing the same rotation as Liberty.
Now we see Corinthians going after the players of Evocade, and also B4 from the refinery getting the kills. Iago now the leader of the season as the player with the most kills. He got 2, and now he is ahead of Cias. For the first time, we have another man not called Cias as the leader of the kills in the season.
Yes, and only on the 5th play, he got the 2 kills that he needed. So we see how hard it was for Iago to get it. I know that B4 is not connecting their game today. They're having a hard time. And we see that Netshoes Miners has a clean vision of Team Liquid. We know that up-down is headshot, so they need to pay attention of it. And we know that Team Liquid is a very smart team, is a very strong team. And now we see Natividade against Butt.
Getting the kill on Butt. Netshoes really aggressive for this past games. Yeah. As Natividade is already downhill, going by himself onto the players of Team Liquid. Boss just sided him, and now he uses the walls of the ruins of the sanctuary to get some cover. And he's going all by himself with the Charge Buster. He has a Charge Buster and a Dream.
He's really thirsty for kills. We have been seeing it since the first match of the day. He's going against the players. He's trying to increase his game. And he's the captain of the Netshoes Miners team. So he has a lot of weight on his shoulders. We know that the the people that cheer for Netshoes Miners really tell them to go to improve. So that's what they are trying to do right now. And Netshoes Miners
and look at Nativa, he goes for MTS, but MTS brings it back, gets the Kappa. And the grenades are coming over. Train brings it back, puts Boss to the floor. Rick finds the grenades and put MTS to the floor. Now there's only Phoenix to fight for the squad of Team Liquid. They lose Natividade in the run, but Nick gets the double kill. Now only one player to fight for Team Liquid. Great rush by Netshoes Miners. They still can bring Natividade back into this match. And Phoenix already took off. He already went away.
And see Liberty going to participate on the fight. They know that Netshoes Miners is halved, and they're going against them.
And Train just left. Rick left as well. Broilo brings Natividade back to the game.
Very smart of him.
And I gotta say, Asa, it seems to me that Natividade feels like he has to prove something to someone.
I think he does. He does need to prove a lot of things because he is a very he's a former player of LBFF. He played for Team Liquid for many years. He's a very experienced player, so he has a lot of weight on his shoulder. He needs to keep improving himself. He needs to prove to the people that are cheering for them that he still have the gameplay. He still has the game on his blood. And that's what he's trying to do to prove to people right now.
This looked like a man with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And he is proving that he got the game. He's putting Netshoes Miners on his back. And he's been doing it all for the season. He's the one that we look, when we talk about Netshoes Miners, we look at Natividade and we say, okay, this is the dude that can save this squad, and that's what he's been doing for the past few weeks. Today, Broilo is having an amazing day, which pushes Netshoes Miners to another level. Because when you only count on one player, it gets tough for him to get 3 men on his backpack and to bring them to the victory.
Yes, that's true, and that's what we are seeing. And also, I don't think only the people that are cheering for Netshoes Miners think that, but also the staff of Netshoes Miners think that about Natividade as well, because he has a great contract, so he just needs to keep improving himself, and that's what they are trying to do right now in confrontation against Liberty.
And also Magic Squad coming over to maybe join that battle. Let's check out what will happen. We see Broilo already inside of the house with his teammates, but he is still going full Hockey Balboa over there. He didn't have any weapons to fight as he gets to the house and gets a weapon from one of his teammates. But now Magic Squad is going for the rush onto the Netshoes Miners. This could help Liberty a lot if Magic Squad engages against Netshoes Miners. Some grenades being shot. Brick gets himself safe, uses the chrono. Now he uses some ice over there to close the window for him not to get taken by the grenades.
Yeah, so now he's running. He knows that they're going to be sandwiched, and they're trying to get away from it.
Now the hand cannons deal a lot of damage to the players of Magic Squad. Got kills, tries to go for the rush all by himself onto the whole squad, and he gets Broilo with the side. Quali puts Natividade to the floor because Nitrox also got to that fight. Unfortunate for the Netshoes Miners squad, as Draxen got kill confirms the takedowns on the players of Netshoes Miners. Italo now rotates, he wants to go for Train. He wants to take your Train, baby, but look at Solis! An incredible grenade launcher shot! A triple takedown! And now there's only Bobs to fight for Magic Squad. Great job by Solis, getting the triple kill. Now he can confirm one onto Bobs. He gets the kill on Drax, and Bobs is the last player remaining for Magic Squad. What a grenade launcher shot by Solis! He wants to find the spot to go for the last one. Bobs is on the house and he's using the ground floor to try to trap him, I say.
And we see the last player of Netshoes Miner right there, trying not to breathe, trying not to be spotted by anyone that is already here.
Going full Polícia and Ladrão. Nice game that we used to play here in Brazil.
And he went away.
He went away. He used the Miranha, he used the grappling hook to find a way out of that battle. He can bring his teammates back. It's still important that he is kept alive, and Quali will get the kill on Bob's. Magic Squad goes down on the 10th position, and now Liberty is fighting against Tropa, while we see Metagaming also trying to put the players from Tropa down. Netshoes Miners finally goes down on the hands of Iago once again. Iago is going for 6 or 7 kills already in this matchup. Now we see Metagaming with the top-down advantage going after the players from Los Grandes. Baum wants to rotate through the ice, but he's still afraid to be caught on the rotation. Pato is under the heels and being targeted by Eric and the grenades. Some more grenades coming over. Kawe will take Pato and will confirm the kill. We see Drizzy trying to survive while Davi is on the other side. Peck is on the floor, and Drizzy will get the kill on Spill to try to save Peck. A lot of damage dealt with the grenade as Juan is trying to go downhill and grab the players from Liberty. Some grenade launcher shots are being taken. Eric will put Drizzy to the floor and will get the kill on Drizzy. Now Davi and Peck are still in the fight for the Liberty squad. Chinese gets the takedown on Gus before now rotating using the high ground, and they've got 5 kills on the hands of Iago. Chinese will go for the grenade. He finds Eric with a great Kobe, and the kill goes to Chinese onto Eric and Gus. Now we see Davi going for the lower ground, trying to get some shelter over there in this fight. 5 teams, but only 13 players left in this matchup. 9 kills on the hands of before. When they get control of the refinery, it's almost impossible to take them away. Jubinha finds Salles and puts him on the floor. Now the control is full on the hand of before. They have the center of the safe zone and they have the higher ground. It's an easy moment for before to take back the game onto their hands. Brozin will put Davi to the floor, trying to keep Liberty away from the top 5, and they not away from the top 5, the top 4, putting Liberty down in the 5th position. Now Salles tries to come over, tries to take Iago. Lobato will put Juan down. One more kill for before, and they got 10. Salles is trying to break the ice against Iago. Iago will be forced to rotate because all the players from Nitrox are trying to take control of that region. We see Chinese trying to help Iago over there. He will get Salles to the floor, but the damage is dealt. We see João with an inch of life trying to take that fight back. Brozin will put Lobato to the floor with a nice grenade launcher shot. He is doing it all with that grenade launcher. Jubinha puts Rafa X and João to the floor. Brozin will get the confirmation of the kill. Chinese also goes down on the hands of Brozin. He's got the scar and he's got the mark of the killer. A quadra kill for Chinese will leave before with only 1 player to fight in the end of the match. Now it's a 3-team 5-player fight. Metagaming is on the underground, and Kawe will have to go up, and he will probably be faced by Jubinha. Now we see Jubinha getting the kill on Kawe, and he will be climbing up. No, he will not be able to. He will not be able to. So it's a booyah, Nitrox! This is a team that historically works well in Kalahari, and they got a great rush to take away the advantage from before. They had it all on their hands, but they didn't count on Nitrox pulling the sweet out of their sweet fingers, Asi.
Exceptional gameplay of Nitrox right now, and we are going to the highlights. Before we go to the highlights, I want to say something. We saw that Nitrox got 1 booyah today, and then a 2nd place on the former Kalahari. It's important to say that Nitrox only got 1 booyah in this split of LBFF. So now they are increasing themselves as they're trying to prove that they're still in the game. They have a lot to put and give to their teammates and to the people that cheer for them.
And before I get the confirmation of the points, we're going for a quick break, and we'll be right back to bring you guys the emotions of the last map of the day. We are back live to bring you guys the emotions of the last map of the day. However, we need to know how we are getting to this last map of the day with the standings that will be coming on the screen for you guys to see before now the new leaders of LBFF. However, they don't play tomorrow. Magic Squad will be playing here tomorrow. But what changes here is that Magic Squad is having not only their worst day in the season, but they're the worst team of the day right now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If they keep this performance of today, they're not going to pass before, and they're going to have a hard time and be passed by the other teams. As we are seeing that Corinthians is improving themselves as they are going up. Also, Los Grandes going up. I think Los Grandes has the chance to pass Cruzeiro, because Cruzeiro is really in the same position. They are not having a good day. They have a good match, and then on another match they have a bad one, so that's not very good for them.
Some things I want to point out right now over here. We have Team Liquid only 8 points behind Fluxo. They can get to Fluxo right now as we're reaching Bermuda, their best map. Metagaming getting close to Loud, maybe taking the 11th position from Loud as well. Nitrox opening a 34-point gap onto Tropa. We know that Nitrox will not be playing here tomorrow. However, this good of a gap that they are getting onto Tropa might save them tomorrow, because the airplanes will be playing here tomorrow. But what they're doing here today will not award them the position that Nitrox is taking right now, because Nitrox not only got a Booyah here today, they are the second team with the most points in the day. Here up until right now, they are having a really good day here today, as well as Netshoes Miners are having a really good day today, and Liberty are also having a really good day here today, Asi.
Yes, and they do really need to keep improving themselves and get the most points that they could get, because tomorrow we know that they don't play, so they really need to keep the other teams far away from them. Marcelo.
Shoutouts to Rising Star 777 from India here with us. Shoutouts to everyone in India, all the players from Free Fire in India, and it's really good. We wanted to see you guys over here. We know that what's happening with Free Fire in India, and we welcome you here for our community. Bring your friends here, and of course bring it to the airplane, because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R20D6 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your Captain Marcelo Fernandini, and by my side Michael Palo Ace invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Ace. I always do this with Isa, not with Ace.
It's normal. It's like the airplane mode.
The airplane mode. Yeah. The autopilot.
Yes, exactly. So now we see a very common, normal airplane route. Of course, the teams are not going to have a hard time to go to their drop call. We see that Cruzeiro is going to peak, and also VK is going near to them. And look at Nitrox and Magic Squad. I think they're going to have an early confrontation. Of course, they're going to have an early confrontation, and the first one to get the weapon is going to get ahead of this confrontation. We see Prozin. He already has 2 weapons on his shoulder, so that's good for him. And also Drax doesn't have any. Oh, now he has a Parafal on his hand, and also Quali just watching. He has the high ground and already got some bullets on the player.
And now we see Pato taking the first blood for Liberty onto Cruzeiro. Cruzeiro already losing an important player, their top killer of the season, and it's a moment for Cruzeiro to recollect and try to rethink what they are doing here today, Asi.
Exactly, and also I think all the players that does this far away loot, trying to get more resources far away from the rest of the team, should stop and think about how they're going to get more loot in a different way, not far away from their teammates, because that's really hard for them. They're having a hard time. The players that are doing that has we can use as example. The player right now from Cruzeiro. We know that Moreira does a faraway loot and also has a hard time sometimes in the matches. And now we see Drizzy with very, very low HP because MTS is on high ground and is getting a very good spot of him. And now Drizzy is on the floor.
Drizzy is on the ground as Team Liberty, Team Liquid, who is the best team of the day up until right now, repeating what they did yesterday. Take one more kill and they can get to an easier rotation with the car, leaving the region of Keraton where they usually stay throughout the game for maybe a quick rotation to the center of the safe zone if they have the information with the radio.
We saw that tThe from Liberty is already saving and reviving Drizzy, so that's good for them. They're not gonna have a hard time. They're very fast on the revival system, which is good for the players. They should do that tactic, which you have the chance to save your partner, so you have to do it fast. Otherwise, a third team is going to come and probably get the team down. And now we see that Magic Squad is going against Nitrox and getting the best of it.
They want to take it away from Magic Squad once again. Now the first player goes down. Bobs brings it back and sends Prozin to the floor. And Magic Squad now have their full squad once again, forcing Nitrox to retreat. At least they got a good moment in this fight. Shoutouts to Mr. Lerner here with us in the broadcast. We see that Magic Squad maybe will not go for the crazy fights that they were having on the first 5 maps of the day, right, Asit?
Well, I don't know, because they got the car, so let's see what they're going to do. I think that Drax and the other player, yes, they're going against.
Bobs and Ito, they are once again going after the players of Nitrox.
So yeah, that's the main problem of Magic Squad today.
They're sandwiched. Check that Nitrox has 2 players to a side and 1 to the other, and they might be targeted by the 2 sides. Maybe they're experimenting some things here today, trying to see if that fully aggressive game could work for them.
Well, this aggressive games, that aggressive game that they do the choo-choo, which is 2 players against other players, and then 2 on the other side is not working. We know that.
I thought you were talking about the Trem Bebê. Choo-choo.
Oh no, I can't.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Choo-choo.
Oh no. And then we see now metagaming against Los Grandes. Let's see who's going to take the best of it. But I think Los Grandes is... No, yeah, they're going to participate on this confrontation. They're just trying to get a best position. No, they're going away. Yeah.
They're going away. They will not engage against metagaming. It seems that metagaming will give chase. But if Los Grandes get to a good position, metagaming might be trapped by the squad of Los Grandes. Shoutouts to Rising Star. Shoutouts to Tariq FFX. You guys just got here on the last map. It's bad that you weren't here throughout the day. It was a good day of Free Fire here. Once again, as we see Eric and another one of his teammates leading the charge for metagaming to try to go for the fight. They chose not to go because they saw that probably Los Grandes will be by that house. So it's not a smart moment for them to try to engage into a fight where they can be trapped against a strong team that is Los Grandes.
That's very smart of them. It's very smart of a team when they know the time to go away of a confrontation. Of course, it's hard to know when to go away because we know that the teams like to put more aggressiveness on their gameplay. However, you need to be smart of your confrontations, the confrontations that you're going to choose to increase. And now we see Netshoes Miners on Hinan Village. They can get a good position of metagame and a good view of what is happening here and then take advantage of it. And we see also B4 on Clock Tower, which is a good position to get the information of where Los Grandes is and where metagame is as well. So both of these teams, metagaming and Los Grandes, could be halved. And now we see the safe zone marking for Los Grandes, metagaming, before Hin and Netshoes Miners. So they have a good spot. They doesn't need to move themselves. They can just be there and watch all the teams. I think Gus already has information of before, which is good for him, and then he could pass it for his teammates.
Shoutouts to Kakashi Gamer activating his shotting gun here with us. Soham also over here. You guys are getting here. Right now we see Tariq saying he was playing a tournament. Did you win? Did you do well in the tournament? We see Quali now going down on the hands of Bobs. And look at the rotation from Magic Squad and also Nitrox. What an insane rotation going on right now. Why are they going for it? Now we see the fight going on in the clock tower before trying to hold their drop call against Vivocade once again, as we see Modestia now rotating and trying to get to that god. Who is that? And currently not a god. And then we see the rotation from before to get to a better positioning to fight in the clock tower. This is a usual drop call for before, and they usually do well coming from that spot.
You know what is the problem of VK today? They're trying to do rotations and then they always have before confronting them. So they are always in a confrontation. They are always in a fight, disputing who is going to get the call, who is going to get the resources. So that's the main problem of Vivo Cage today. And now we see Corinthians against Liberty. We see that Pato is on the floor and now back to the lobby. So yeah, Liberty having a really hard time today.
Liberty indeed having an awful time here today, and Corinthians is having the correct rush and the easiness to go after the players from Liberty and taking them down and sending them back to the lobby. Liberty, you'll be back here tomorrow.
Yeah, they were having a good day so far, you know, a regular day, which is good for them, but they need to have exceptional days. So they can improve in the standings because they have I think 500 points, so it's not a lot. They are in the 70 place on the chart, so they really do need to have exceptional days. They can't be having any mistakes on the matches, which is of course hard to do. So yeah. And this is also important to say that Liberty came from LBFF Series B, so they are trying to connect their game and adapt their game here in Series A.
And they ended up not having a bad day. Actually, the problem is that the other teams that are fighting with them on the bottom had also huge days. Nitrox is one of the best teams of the day. Netshoes Miners are also one of the best teams of the day. So the well day that Liberty had did not pay off. And Tarek said he did very well. They came in the first place, but it's a league. Another 12 guilds will be playing here tomorrow, and he hopes that they don't get more points than them. Shoutouts. Great start for Tarek in this championship. If you guys can send me the link on my Instagram at Marcelo Ferrantini, I'd be glad to watch it. Yeah. Mr. Lerner here saying love from India. Thank you, Mr. Lerner, for all the great company over here. Madridista girl saying hi Nubdo over here. And the shots are coming out on the players of Corinthians. Giga gets the shot on Vitinho Spen, gets the takedown as Razul puts R7 to the floor and tries to bring Corinthians back into this fight. R7 is down and on the ground right now as Menor is in a labyrinth of ice. Giga tries to break the ice to go over Zenak. Razul is already on the floor. God brings it back, sends Menor to the floor, and Team Liquid will be destroyed by the whole Tropa squad, being trampled by Tropa. Team Liquid was the best team of the day. Let's see what will happen after this match. Trap will get the kill on Zenak. Now Corinthians has only God to fight. And what a damage that he took. R7 gets the kill. And Corinthians will be sent back to the lobby. So two of the best teams of the day leaving really early here in the last map, I say.
It's very important to highlight that Giga and also R7 are using the Charge Buster, which is a very important tactic that is being increased by the players here in LBFF Series A. 2 players with the Charge Buster, and it is making a lot of changes, and it is making a difference. And also Giga knows how to use the Charge Buster perfectly. He used it with too fast. He was in the front of the play. Oh no, headshot by Lobato.
Headshot by Lobato, taking down more players over there from Cruzeiro. We see João in a predicament, and Nitrox will go down. Rick gets the kill, and Omkar Sangabatula asked if which team was leading today. It was Team Liquid, but they already fell on the 12th position in this map. Let's see, it was really close between a lot of teams, and before is trying to retake the lead here today after a good Kalahari map. They can go for the lead if they had indeed a good Bermuda map as well. Rising Star over here with us. Netshoes Miners go down. They were also one of the best teams of the day, and they fall in the 8th position. The best teams of the day are falling really early in this matchup, as we see Netshoes Miners having some trouble with Tropa. Kiled goes to the floor after Kawe puts him down with a Barrett shot. Great job right now by Metagaming trying to open up some space, but they still have to deal with Los Grandes. That is by their side. However, they have the center of the safe zone. The positioning is favoring all Metagaming rotations right now, Ase.
Exactly. We see that Metagaming already is on a safe zone, so they have a best vision. Oh no, they don't have a best vision because BL is on fire as well.
BL is on fire. I'm sorry, I will never do this again. And now we see Metagaming rotating. Bone and Eric blowing the oil drum over there for them to have a safe spot, a safe haven to go for the fight, and good positioning right now by Metagaming.
And also Tropa is getting in a good position, so I think they are going to be able to pass Los Grandes, and before are probably going to get a confrontation.
And Omkar Sangabatula brought the information. Vasto Mundo won Europe Finals. They will be in the Worlds in Sentosa.
Oh, that's very interesting. That's good.
That's really good. That's why he was not watching, as he says over here. The finals were going on, and Vasto Mundo got the win. We see Cebolinha taking down Bobs, as we see Italo trying to hold the players from Los Grandes away from them. But Gus will put Italo to the floor. Fawn will put Drax, and now there's only got Kill to fight for Magic Squad, and they will fall on the 7th position. The worst day of Magic Squad in the league here today. And also Cruzeiro goes down in the 6th position. Before you have all their 4 players, important moment, and Iago will get the kill on Nando 9, sending Vivocade back to the lobby in the 5th position. Jubinha goes down, Iago goes down as well, as the players from before are being targeted by Metagaming and Tropa. We see Eric over there trying to get his sights on the last player from Los Grandes, as well as the players from Metagaming. He's now rotating, trying to get a good spot. They had the best spot throughout the whole map, and now they get a clear rotation to inside of the last safe zone of the match. Fawn is the last player from Los Grandes trying to deal some damage, but Kiled is also going for some shots with the grenade launcher. Alpha X is leading the charge for Metagaming against Tropa, but they still have to deal also with Before and Fonzin, the last player from Los Grandes. Nice grenade launcher shot by Kiled, trying to find the players from before. He dealt a lot of damage, but Moreira will put Iago to the floor. Look at Kiled! Triple kill with the grenade launcher! Incredible job by Kiled! Opening up the space for Tropa to get their double booyah here today. They got the first one in Purgatory, the first map of the day, and they can close it as the best team of the day if they get the second booyah. Now we have Metagaming rotating. Eric is leading the charge. We see that Spill is trying to get a good position to defend. Kawe will put Moreira to the floor, and Kiled will try to bring it back with the grenades. Kawe will finish off Moreira, and Kiled deals a lot of damage to the players of Metagaming on the rush, forcing them outside. But Eric gets BL to the floor. Now Kiled can try to do it with the grenade launcher, as we see Metagaming trying to get to a good positioning to fight. Spill, he's rotating, and Kiled is helping BL over there. Spill is trying to call for the attention of the players of Metagaming to a side and allow Kiled to go for the grenade launcher shots. We see Kawe finding the shots on Spill, forcing him outside of the ice and outside of the house, and Kiled will get Pão with the grenade launcher. He finishes off Pão. Quadra kill for Kiled after an amazing triple on the players of before. Kawe is recharging his AWM to go for the further shots onto the players of Tropa. It's a 3v3 fight. Tropa brought it back, as we see Eric trying to get some boost over there from Rafa, and he will go down. Now it's a 2v2. Look at Kiled! He gets Kawe to the floor, and now it's a 3v1. Rafa X tries to rotate, and he will not be able to. So it's a double booyah! Tropa! Great job by it on this man's account once again. He gets the triple onto before, and then he puts Kawe to the floor, opening up the space to go for the 3v1 and get half X to the bottom of the table. And Tropa leaves with a double booyah here today, Ase.
We saw how important Killed was for the Tropa team. He is a very important play. He does the first line of the team. He goes to the rush and he knows the time that they need to increase, they need to advance themselves on the map. So congratulations to Tropa. They really needed it. They really needed it.
They indeed needed it. They lost the 13th position here today to Nitrox, and they might have gotten it back in this matchup. They might have opened up the space to sleep outside of the access group zone. Important, really important moment for Tropa to get their booyah. As you see, Metagaming with 14 points, Los Gunis 13, before 13, Cruzeiro 10, and Vivo Kids 7, as the highlights shows what happened in this match. It was a really spread match. We had points going to every side, but Tropa was the only team that found a way to get important kills. Those were 12 kills on the last fights of the match.
Yes, they led to the, as you said, they led to the last fights, which is important for them, because if you go to the too much thirsty to get the kills, you're probably going back to the lobby. Has it happened with Magic Squad? We saw that Magic Squad is really thirsty for kills. They're always trying to increase. They're always trying to go to the fights, and then they are going back to the lobby earlier. Now we see the moment that Killed moved himself with the with the grenade launcher, with one shot to one player and then another shot to the right to the other player, and then only BL was on his feet, and he got down as well. So congratulations to Tropa. 2 booyahs today, and they really needed it. They that started having a lot of problems to play the LBFF today, Marcelo.
We have Soham here saying Lodge is OP. Rising Star also over here. Phil saying booyah as well. And Madridista Girl said that Metagaming had a clear advantage in the fight, and they lost not only the numbers advantage but the positioning advantage because they wanted to go for the kill.
Exactly. So that's the main problem of the most of the teams that we are seeing. They always want the kills. They doesn't get the position advances that they had. So the best team of the day is Team Liquid.
Still Team Liquid's double best team of the day for them in the week. They got the best yesterday and today. Summing up, 150 points for them in those 2 days. Right, great weekend for Team Liquid with MTS as the double MVP for the team. 13 kills for him today. They didn't go well in Kalahari, but in Purgatory and Bermuda was really well. And the 61 points that led them to the best team of the day shows that today was a really balanced day, Ase.
Exactly, it was a really balanced day for them. We see that 23, 16, and 22. So they doesn't have a hard time for the LBFF. They doesn't have a hard time playing in each map. They just connected their game right now, and we see MTS has the MVP of the day, 13 kills, 45% of the kills for the team.
And 7 assists. It's really important to point out that MTS is not only a player that contributes with kills, but damage and assists as well.
Yes,
the second best team of the day was Tropa, indeed, after the great booyah in the last match, tied with Corinthians with 59. And the MVPs were MTS, R7, and Killed.
Yes, he really increased them himself. He did a lot of great grenades, which was wiping a lot of teams that had a hard time. And then we saw in this moment the way that he moved himself and got the booyah for his team. So congratulations to Killed for the great performance today.
Let's check out the standings to know how the day finished off today. We still have one more day in this week. Tomorrow we'll be here bringing you guys the emotions of the last day of the week number 7 and before finishes of the day, and they will sleep on the lead. However, Magic Squad plays tomorrow and before won't be playing here tomorrow. Team Liquid with the last position in this last map of the day, they couldn't reach Fluxo. However, they are still on the run and they are still in the top 4. Corinthians also in the top 5, and Team Liquid opened up a gap between themselves and Corinthians, Vivo Kate, Cruzeiro, Los Grandes. They are now fighting for the top 3 and no longer against the top 5.
Exactly, which is important for us to highlight it, because they started very badly here in this LBFF 7. Also, they were in the 10th place, and then yesterday they increased themselves and went for the first place.
And on the bottom of the table, we see that Nitrox didn't allow Tropa to come. Even with the 24-point Booyah in the last map, Tropa is still in the access group for the end of the day. They will be still playing here tomorrow. Liberty will also be playing here tomorrow, but also a good increase for them and closing out the gap on Real. Now it's an important day for them tomorrow to get to Real, to maybe use the 2 last weeks to go after Nitrox and Tropa.
Exactly. It is possible. It is possible, however, it's a hard thing. You need to be very smart of the way that you're going to play. You need to not make a lot of mistakes, make non-mistakes, to be honest, so you can increase yourself the way that we saw Real, because they have a lot of points. So.
And we also have to see the kill leaders list, because we have a new MVP leader in the season, Iago, with 133 kills is the new leader in the MVP run. And look at MTS, 6 kills behind Cias.
Yeah, we said it.
This guy was not showing on the list on the beginning of the week.
No, he was not. He wasn't.
It's unbelievable the week that this man had. 28 kills, 15 yesterday and 13 today. 28 kills in 2 days for MTS. He is back on the run.
He's back on the run. The monster has waked. So let's see if he's probably going to keep increasing himself. The people that watch LBFF knows how he plays, knows that he's a very aggressive player. They just had a hard start, but now they are connecting their game, so they are doing okay.
That's it. Once again, a huge pleasure to be by our side, bringing all the world the best of LBFF.
Yes, thank you, Marcelo, for receiving me here. Thank you, everyone that is watching the broadcast, for receiving me. It is a pleasure to be here with you guys. So don't forget that tomorrow has more LBFF.
I'll be here tomorrow with Isa to bring you guys the 6th last rounds of week number 7, the round 21 that will be happening here tomorrow, with groups B and C going at each other. For me, the best confrontation, the most aggressive confrontation, the most dangerous confrontation, and we'll be here to check this out tomorrow. You know from where? From up there, because we're clear to take off. Let's hit the skies because it's time to drop. Thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow.